What's happening, lads? We're here to tell you about our Patreon membership that starts from just £3 a month. It is the biggest Patreon in the UK and the fastest growing Patreon on planet Earth, kid. Dan, why is that?
You get early access to the public episode. Pubes get it on Monday. You can get it up to 48 hours early.
And on top of that, let me just interrupt you there and say you don't get any adverts on the early access. The YouTube adverts that sort of interrupt the show for the public people. If you watch it via the Patreon app, the adverts aren't there. You get an advert-free early access on top of your bonus episode every single week and all of the specials that we drop one of every single month. Dan, list them.
The Ghost Hunt 2. We've done so many lock-ins and they've got more drunk and more ridiculous, and we've got more planned.
The roast of Adam and Dan, blind date. This is all part of the Patreon membership. Everyone from £3 to 5 to 10, even if you sign up for the lowest tier, you get all the bonus content. People get early access to tickets as well.
It's the only way. It's the only way to see us live. Basically, if you're not a patron, you're not going to get to buy tickets to see us live.
Apart from the Arena show, which is on sale right now. It's on sale publicly. You can get tickets at gigsandtours.com. Friday the 9th of December, we changed the UK and worldwide podcast game by throwing the biggest ever podcast party at the Echo Arena. It's not the Echo Arena anymore, it's the M&S Bank Arena, but I don't care. I'm old school. You can get them right now. Tickets are still on sale. Come and join us for the biggest night of this podcast and all of our lives.
Do you know who got the best tickets for that? Patrons, because it was on there first. Patreon.com/haveawordpod.
Enjoy the episode, you filthy animals.
Go ahead.
Wag wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped.com, the very best in below-the-belt men's grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
Hey! Happy birthday to... Oh, sorry, it's not.
I've decided, by the way, next year, on my 31st, I'm going big.
Why?
I'm having my 30th on my 31st because I felt like this year was ruined. So I'm going fucking massive.
Because you had a big party. And
yeah, but it wasn't a fucking good. I had to go home at 12 o'clock because I was sad.
You were a bit sad.
I'm having a 31st extravaganza. There's going to be a band, a magician, a balloon animal creator.
All the shit that we said for the fucking thing.
Yeah. I'm going fucking massive.
Are you organising this or are you letting someone else do it? Carl's doing it.
I'm getting Ronan Keaton down. Just to be there, not even sing.
Hello, I'm Ronan. And just like, that's it.
Yeah.
And when everyone's in, he fucks off.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of tinnitus there.
Joe, you'll never hear that note. You'll never hear that tone ever again.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. It's the tone dying.
Yeah.
What a wonderful existential crisis you've just given me there. What a great way to start.
That's not a bad thing, is it? If it's tinnitus, it's like...
Oh, tinnitus is awful, but when you hear that and it stops, you'll never hear that tone again.
Really?
All right.
It's like a little swan song.
Bye!
Awful swan.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Thanks
That's
for
a nice
touching.
watch, that, Dan.
Thanks for touching. This is your Christmas present to me, Carl.
Carl's wearing the Christmas present I got him.
I like a Christmas present in the hand. A Christmas present in the hand
is worth two in the bush.
Is worth two written on a piece of paper, isn't it? Oh, Adam, come on. You can't get touchy about it.
I'm not.
You gave Christmas presents that were pieces of paper with like, I promise you, I owe you one dead good Christmas present. It's May this week.
I'm getting mine in June. We're going to see Dylan Moran.
Everyone's had theirs apart from you because there has been several complications with it.
Yeah.
Has Steve had this?
Yeah.
Have you had your Christmas present now? Yeah. All right, cool. No, oh, good.
He didn't wink.
Yeah, thank you for this.
I'm glad you're wearing it. Do you know what? Because you haven't worn it yet. I thought you didn't like it.
No, I do. Yeah, I do like it. No, I do. I just had a...
No, I love it. Hey, I wear it all the time in the shower.
I just don't love it. No. I just had another watch, didn't I?
Yeah, it's a vintage Casio from when you were a kid.
It's absolutely from when I was a what?
A kid. You used to wear it when you were little, didn't you?
Yeah, what? It's a what fucking child wears this Casio?
No, when you were a youth, didn't you have that watch?
I was in early 20s.
Yeah.
Early 20s, lad.
Your early 20s, Dan.
Yeah.
You ain't wearing a Casio till you were 26.
I did. When you bought it, I was like, oh, fuck, I've just bought a watch. And you were like, Dan, you never buy yourself a watch before Christmas.
In December, you were like, I need a new watch. And I was like, hey, well, if you've dropped the end, buy yourself a fucking watch.
Right, yeah.
That's nicer as well.
It's lovely. It's nice. You know what? I get a bit too tired to having one watch. I'm gonna have 2 or 3 little options.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll do that with boats one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even a
Don't
joke.
get tired of one boat, do you?
Hey, Dan, do you want to ride in my boat? I'm not actually going to take you out now. I'm going to write on a piece of paper, 1 boat ride with Adam. There you are. Sorry, Captain Adam. There you go. Hey, and that's as good as a boat ride.
You into your horology, Dad?
Is that the watch collecting?
Your Mars into a horology. The science of being a whore.
I'm telling you right now, can tell it's going to be a weird one. He's like... I don't know what's going on, whether it's a combination of, I don't know, we had a meeting before the pod, if
We've
it's just...
travelled the country this week.
You're in the middle of a tour.
Dan.
Laura asked about it. She went, I haven't had an Adam update. How's he doing recently? I was like, I'll be honest, I think he's working really hard. And in his head, he's like, Liverpool, games, quadruple, Liverpool, Jurgen is red, and I fucking love it. And I sucked him half. I'm in love with Jurgen, he came into my mouth. I think that's what's happening there. He's like, yeah,
It's
they're
not
talking
a million miles away.
Are they talking about watches?
Constant noise.
Are they talking about watches? Well, Jurgen wears a watch. Jurgen wears a watch. He goes, oh, fucking hell, it's Villarreal. You know, it's kickoff. I know it's kickoff, so I'll watch football. So good luck for the next 3 weeks watching this, because you'll see it in Adam's eyes. You're like, yeah, comedy podcast. We're one of the biggest patrons in the world. We're the fastest growing podcast in comedy, and we are absolutely nailing the game, changing our lives as we do it.
Horology, Dan.
That's the expensive watches and stuff, Rolex and whatnot.
No.
It's just a studying, not whores.
Right.
It's just like interesting watches.
Well,
I know Russell Kane was big into his horology.
Well, I got absolutely slam-dinged for having a Casio when Jimmy Carr was here. But to be fair, he was taking the piss out of fucking everything, you know? So I'll live with that.
Suits?
Who wears a suit? People on FA Cup final day. Liverpool. No, I just can't do it yet. I can't do it. I don't want to be that cunt.
You're not going to dream watch?
So I've got this.
Yeah.
Which matches my wedding ring, which I got for my birthday because I got too fat for my original wedding ring. Had to take it off and then lost it. So my wife has re-staked her claim and bought me a new one. It actually matches. I've actually bought another Casio. I don't know. I like Casio. I like the brand.
You're not like a baller.
I just don't need a 20 grand watch or a 10 grand watch. Don't know.
But it's an investment, isn't it?
No, it's not.
They only ever go up in value.
Yeah, but then I can't wear it because they go down in value if you wear them and you drink in Teddy's till 5 a.m. and go,
That's not true. It's not true.
You scratch up your Rolex, they get more expensive.
It adds character, doesn't it?
Depends who's worn it.
That's what they're after. Rolex go. They're like, yeah, this is an absolutely, it's beautiful, impeccable, it's excellent condition. But where's the stories behind it? I want a big scratch on the dial that says this owner was a wealthy alcoholic. Oh, fucking hell, he's got a big scratch on this one. Yeah, this is Adam's Rolex, and he wore it in Villarreal. He fell over when they won 4-0 away.
That'd be a good game, wouldn't it, for them? 6-0.
So no, I like him. I can get why people are into it. What about you? You just get given one by wealthy friends, don't you?
Yeah, I like them, but like again, I'd be scared to wear it.
I wear the one Paul gave me.
Yeah,
which is a very expensive watch because I would never spend that much money on a watch myself. I'm sort of one.
I wear the one Paul.
But I wear it because I'm
scared.
like, it's a gift. I'm never going to sell it or give it away. It's a gift. And if anyone ever comes up to me with a fucking machete and they're like, give me your fucking watch.
Swap.
I'll just give them it. Like, I'll just give them it. If someone's going to fucking stab me for it, I'm not going to lose my life over a fucking watch. Have it? I'd rather do that than have it in my house and be like, when people come round, look, this Swift loads of money.
Yeah,
It's just in the cupboard over here.
But that, I know we're taking the piss out of that guy, but that sort of makes more sense to be like, I collect watches. Here's my watch collection.
Just buy one clock.
A clock. A grandfather.
Buy a clock.
If anyone comes up, a machete is deal done for me, for anything. You can have my fucking underkecks. Guy comes up with a machete and he's like, I need one of your socks and both shoes and your hat. I'll be like, cool. Do you want all the
you've got
clothes?
a shotgun?
Oh, well, that does change it a little bit. But Carl, I don't own a shotgun, and I very rarely, I don't know if you know that, rent them to carry them around Chester.
No.
You can carry a crossbow around
I know we
Chester,
spend
can't
a
you?
lot of time together, so
That's
It's a
true.
fact. You can legally open carry a crossbow around Chester.
yeah.
And between the hours of midnight and 6 a.m., you can
Welshman.
kill a Welshman as long as it's in the head with one shot.
Right, cool. And I wouldn't test that theory if I were you. Just fucking all the way up and down fucking Watergate Street, just waiting for a stag do from Wrexham. Pow! It's my right. Like, I don't think the police will be like, oh my god, that bylaw from 1620. Free fucking hit.
They can't arrest you. You haven't broken the law.
Double jeopardy.
You've murdered someone in town.
No, you've
No.
murdered a Welshman between the hours of midnight and 6 in Chester. And it's not murder, because murder is a crime, and it's not a crime. You've killed
Police will
someone.
be like, oh
different.
my god, you've killed a Welshman. Check my watch. That's a lovely watch. 20 grand now.
And if you're a woman who's pregnant and the policeman comes, you can piss in his hat as well.
And he
Tell him
can't
to
refuse
fuck
it.
off.
Yeah.
You've double jeopardy them.
Right. Is that written next to the killing a Welshman rule? By the way, if you're from around the world and you're like, oh, they've actually all had aneurysms at the same time. You know how like the menstrual cycle works for women? We've hung round with each other so much that we've gone mental at the exact same. We've cycled together and we've all gone. There are old, like, this country is so fucking old. Towns like Chester are so old. They have random laws that no one's ever needed to change because, they're so ridiculous. But one of them is that, you can kill a Welshman with a
You just tried to turn that off.
crossbow.
On.
You've turned it off.
Oh, smart.
Um,
I'm going to get us some of the funniest UK bylaws.
yeah,
See if you
weird
think they're funny.
bylaws. I'm sure mince pies on Christmas Day is still illegal from like the Puritans.
Right. Is the television on now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Carrying a plank of wood down the street is illegal.
Okay.
That's the first one.
Fantastic.
This has started strong, hasn't it? Ding dong, ding
Knock
dong,
and
ditch.
run is illegal.
Of course it's illegal.
Why?
Because it's harassment, isn't it?
Right. Fun.
Boys aren't allowed to see naked mannequins under the age of 10.
Right. Next one.
Since 1839, it's always been against the law to be inebriated on licensed premises.
Yeah, we knew that one. Fancy dress. Oh, where's Adam getting boners? It's illegal to dress as a busy. We all knew that, didn't we?
Yeah, so it's illegal to impersonate a busy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't like pretend to be a busy. But I would do it for a laugh. But it is illegal.
Impersonate a busy.
Yeah. I'd like to try and Spider-Man meme a busy. Where if they try and arrest me, I just whip out a fake badge, be like, oh, you're
Yeah.
under arrest.
I'd impersonate a pregnant woman and piss in your hat. That'd be great. From before.
It's illegal to place a stamp upside down. Treasonous.
Right. So these are fun ones, aren't they?
Is it illegal to rubber stamp on your gooch?
Oh, could you imagine how much of an animal you'd have to be to just before you posted something in a post office, use other bodily fluid rather than saliva to put the stamp down?
There's no law against it.
Right, cool. Shall we move on from this one, Carl? Thank you very much, Carl. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you want to test the old shooting a Welshman. Finn, what are you doing later? Do you want to hang out in Chester?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm looking for a crossbow. Yeah, it's because Chester was like 45, wasn't it, to keep you lot out?
Yeah. Didn't work. Try again.
No, it didn't.
No.
It didn't work. But on a Friday and Saturday night, when some fucking from Wrexham turn up, I'm from Colwyn Bay. You know, like you wish.
Yeah.
You sort of wish.
Yeah. A little bit.
A little bit.
Dan, have you ever been to the Isle of Man? Because we have this week.
Oh, no, it did make sense. It did make sense.
Yeah.
Hey, beautifully timed on the lull. That was just, you literally waited for it and just into the fucking
Well, that'd be job.
the foreruns, mate.
So I'm quite torn with the Isle of Man. Because on one hand, the gig was fun.
This is the 800-seater that they were like, you'll sell this out in 14 seconds. The Isle of Man, they fucking, as soon as he can talk with words. Amazing.
So we sold 250.
Yeah.
So and that was like most of the stalls full. It was fun.
The venue, by the way, was beautiful.
Yeah, and it, by the way, a 250-seater midweek at most tour
Tuesday.
shows, they'd be well happy.
Yeah.
Like Shrewsbury.
However, so I do sort of want to go back because I'm like, if I could fill that room next year or the year after, it'd be actually a great tour show. But also, I also want to now write a routine about how the Isle of Man is a place where sadness lives and dreams go to die.
It scares me.
It's like an island of York.
In
fact, it's
a scary place.
It's you know, do you know what it feels like? It feels like a really lovely place where loads of murders happen.
Yeah.
Do you know, like an ITV drama?
It's Midsummer.
Yeah, it feels like that. Like, it just feels like we were walking around, and by the way, we walked into a tiny little, like, convenience store newsagents, and there was a girl in there who was, what, like 14, 15?
13.
And she recognised me. But she had no idea I was doing the show or that the show had been on. So she looked like she'd seen, like, the ghost of a close relative. She was like, are you Adam Rowe from the podcast? And I was like, yeah. She goes, in this shop.
It was literally the tiniest shop on the tiny island in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a
So
weird...
it freaked her out a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, you kind of get that reaction when you're everywhere, don't you?
Went to a restaurant that the taxi driver recommended, and on Google had 4.5 stars reviews. Great. It might have been the worst food I've ever had in my entire life.
What
the
cuisine?
Beef,
It tasted like carpet, all of it.
the beef.
What was the actual cuisine? Was it just restaurant?
I got fajitas. It was a grill. It was a bar and grill. I got fajitas. The beef tasted like cardboard, and not even like beef flavored cardboard. Just like cardboard.
Yeah.
Horrific. The gig was lovely. The journey, the boat was hilarious. I felt like I was on a float and Mecca bingo. And
What is it? It's not Nelson. What's it? What's the town called? What's the capital?
Douglas.
Douglas, that's it.
yeah, we had to drive because the boat from Liverpool doesn't go till the evening. We had to drive to Heysham near Lancaster to get the boat from there. And then the next morning had to get the boat back to Heysham and drive home from
At 8
Lancaster.
a.m.
The Heysham-Douglas route. That old famous route.
Yeah.
The atmosphere on the island is just like scary. Everything's grey and like you feel like everyone's going to kill you.
And it was beautiful. You know, like on a sunny day when you're in a town or a city and everyone's in a good mood, like people are like, yeah, consider me. Like people are just constantly like bouncing around the city.
It's in his head.
Right? There was none of that. It was really sunny and nice, but like everyone looked really sad.
Have you seen The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, well, the eyes were closed. They were tired. They were fucking bored.
What is the history of the Isle of Man, right? Why are they all there? I know that sounds
They all
absolutely
migrated
ridiculous.
from North Africa in the late 1800s.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they
Isn't it
look...
a tax haven Loandergaff? Because they all had lovely cars.
Right.
Loads of McLarens, but no one was smiling.
That's great. What are the jobs? I literally don't get it. It's
Well, there
not
was
even that far off, is it?
There's a guy who's got a job at Heysham, which is to get you off the boat and onto a bus. The most unnecessary bus. I'm not even messing. The bus drives 50 yards,
50, 60 yards.
but you're not allowed to walk it.
From car park to ferry?
Yeah.
No, from ferry
To car
to
park.
ferry terminal.
All right. Well, like in an airport where... Do you remember...
Yeah, but you're not allowed to... Like, you're not allowed...
We're just going to walk. And he went, onto the bus! And that's how he said it.
And then you have to wait 15 minutes for everyone to get on the bus for it to take 4 seconds to get to where it's going.
Oh, my...
He's not exaggerating. It's less than 30 seconds in the thing. It's less than 100 yards.
Now, add a 2-hour boat journey at 8 a.m. onto that feeling.
Oh, my God. So you got to Douglas at 10 a.m.
No. So we got the boat from Heysham at lunchtime. Got there at 2, checked in, went and had some food, went and did the gig.
Hotel all right? Normal?
Yeah, it was all right.
Just
Little-
a B&B.
little B&B.
All right, okay. Not a Premier Inn or anything like that, like B&B.
Little B&B. The next,
Sounds a bit Royston Vasey. It doesn't sound a bit League of Gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's the general...
Exactly that.
Yeah. Is it League of Gentlemen?
then the next
You lied to me, Edward. There is a Swansea. Oh, I fucking love that.
the next morning, that was the 8 a.m. So we had to get up at 6:30, breakfast very briefly at 7, get the taxi to the terminal, boat at 8. I've never been this tired in my entire life. The room we were in, inexplicably, was the hottest bedroom. And it wasn't hot outside or in the hallway. It was like our walls were on fire.
It'd be less hot if it was on fire.
So didn't sleep very well. Had to get up that early. Tried to sleep on the boat, but I can't really sleep unless I'm in perfect conditions. Got back to Liverpool.
And he's called me a needy sleeper before.
Got back to Liverpool. Had to do a quick interview on the radio for the footy because they wanted an expert. Then picked my car up. Had to go to Manchester and get me suit for Paul Smith's wedding, which is going to need altering. Then went to Sheffield, watched the first half of the game while Thomas Green was opening for me, and then did a 50-minute version of my now hour and 20-minute show so that I could catch the last 10 minutes of the match.
But it was a wonderful
Thanks for
show.
coming, Sheffield. Thanks
Do you
for
know what I
coming.
did?
No, they
though?
got a great
I
show.
didn't cut any bits out.
You just did it.
I just rollicked. I just didn't stop talking for 55 minutes.
51 it was.
Like,
It was a great show, and they were loving everything. Everything was an applause break. Everything.
yeah.
Trying to cut down the applause rate. Sheffield, great. I'm loving that you're loving it. Let's cut down the applause rate. What I'm looking for is nods. Yeah. Good. Next bit. Can we cut this down? Listen, you like to laugh. I like to hear it. But tonight, I'm not so sure. How are you? Are you on tour? Because, right, so I start my preview run in May. I'm going to do a couple in May, a few in June. In fact, this would be a good chance to go. I'm going to put all my previews on a page called danspreviews.com. Matthew, our wonderful tech Supremo geek, has sorted that out for me just to make it dead simple. So my tour tickets are on dannightingale.com. Just keep it easier, danspreviews.com. And I've got one at the King's Arms in Salford. I've got one in Ambleside for Pete Otway. I've got one in Birkenhead. They're running. I'm in Hull in August. I'm in Preston in September. I'm basically, as those previews start happening, I'm coming off the circuit. That's me off the circuit. And then through the tour, I'm not doing a circuit gig. So if you want to see me, it's just previews or the tour. Are you just doing the tour? Is this you just...
At the minute?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I haven't got nights to do anything else.
Right.
So I've had a combination of, like, and I know we're joking about it. I'm going to as many Liverpool games as possible. Like,
Yeah.
I'm taking Finn away to Villarreal next week because I want someone to go with me.
Right.
Like, so,
Did you just plan to go to Villarreal without a ticket on your own?
yeah.
Oh my God.
No fingers to go. What a lucky boy. Best job in the world.
But I'm going to as many as possible. So when I'm not gigging, if there's a Liverpool game, I'm going to the game, and I don't care whether it's in fucking Anfield, Spain, Torquay, anywhere. I've also got a couple of weddings coming up in May.
Anfield, Spain or Torquay? We've conquered the
Torquay away.
Hey, yeah, Champions League finals been moved to Torquay. It's a surprise for the people of Devon.
You all know I've already got my tickets, my flights, and my hotel booked for Paris in case we get there. I'm going to as many as I possibly can.
Got your tickets for Torquay? Go on.
Yeah, I've got me Torquay tickets. Pre-season
Fucking
friendly.
gold dust, mate. Not a lot of Liverpool fans have got the Torquay tickets sorted.
So, at the start of the tour, when it was just mainly like sort of Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, I was going down to Hot Water on a Monday or a Wednesday and just talking shit and saying something that I'm not saying on the tour because I quite like writing the next tour while I'm still doing the
You
current
came
one.
and did new bits for me at Phase 1.
Exactly.
Just
I like
new stuff that's not on the tour.
I just like fucking around. But I just haven't got time at the minute. And I can't really say it on this, but I signed a thing yesterday to do a documentary that's in pre-production. I've took the role of that. That's going to start in May.
Amazing.
That goes into June.
Adam, you're off the circuit.
For now, yeah. July, I'll be back.
No, but
Do you reckon?
Back.
But you are off the circuit, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't need the circuit ever again. But I'll go.
tell you what, if you'd have told, I think that's where you were going anyway. When we sat down to do the first one of these, we did the pilot in December 2019. Your trajectory was these tours were going to grow. You I had full belief that you were going to end up on Live at the Apollo and whatnot, and eventually that means you're off the circuit. I never thought I was coming up, but I think what off the circuit means is you're not booking in work at circuit comedy clubs on a weekend because you need to live off that income.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing of doing the gigs is what real comedians do to keep sharp, and I'll always do that. But I think I've just realised just recently, I'm like, holy shit, I am off the circuit.
Oh yeah, we don't need the circuit anymore. I need the
fucking
circuit
Thanks,
not
guys.
for work, but to get the show ready. So in July, what I'll do in July, once I've got a little bit of time to myself. So when my tour ends, the end of June, on the 25th, on the 26th, if I'm not hungover, no, I will be hungover because I will go out that night. On the 27th, I'm going to fly to Monaco. And I'm going to have a week in the south of France on my own. And on the Saturday, I'm going to meet yous in Perpignan and go to the rugby.
Nice.
But I'm going to have a week in the south of France on me Todd, just drinking rosé wine, wearing white tops and white shorts and white shoes, just looking at water.
Is that the man from Del Monte?
He said yes.
Still fucking pissed from the quadruple. Stained.
when I get back, in July, what I'll do is for the first few weeks, I probably won't book any weekend gigs in. What are you laughing at, Dan?
It's just literally, I don't know if it's the podcast or whatever, but there's just something about, I always laugh at like, the lad from Dovey. He's like, yeah, when I finish my tour, my record-breaking tour, I'm going to be wearing all white for no reason, apart from, in my head, that looks classy, in where? The south of France. Antibes, Cannes, Nice, Monaco, pissed on me own. Finn, I can't wait for that conversation. Finn, shut up. Finn, how much can you afford to pay to a week in France with me for no reason? And do you have any white clothing? Have you got an Espadrille guy? I need Espadrilles.
I'm gonna hire a Porsche with a fucking convertible top and drive.
Oh, don't die in the fucking south of France.
Not like Carnu. No, I'm not going like Carnu.
Is Carnu dead?
Carnu
First
died.
of April, he died it was the Marseille mountains.
Yeah, that's south of France.
Nwankwo?
Uncle Carnu died in a car crash on the 1st of April in the mountainous region of Marseille.
Survived by his wife and two children.
Are you telling me Nwankwo Carno's dead? Are you? Not? Is he dead?
No, every year on April Fool's Day, Carl texts me saying Carnu's died in a car crash in the French mountains.
Oh, you can't do that to me. I thought Nwankwo Carno was dead.
Shall we to read it? I just copy and paste it.
Why?
He's done this every year since year 9. And he's never once missed it.
So Reuters is the source.
Oh, because that sounds good. Because it's not a newspaper, but it is a really trusted source, isn't it?
News coming out of Marseille indicates that ex-Arsenal and Portsmouth footballer Nwankwo Kanu
Like Reuters would be like Portsmouth as well, though, lads. Yeah.
has been fatally injured in a late-night road traffic accident. Reports say the incident occurred around 10:34 local time in the mountainous region of the city. Eyewitnesses say the 43-year-old Nigerian lost control of his Fiat Panda going around a tight bend on the mountain road. Kanu is survived by his wife and infant child. Arsenal are yet to release a statement on the matter. More to follow.
Nice. The mountainous regions of Marseille.
Yeah.
Cool.
Every year.
Famous port.
18 years he's been doing that.
I love it how that's the bit that I'm like, absolutely ridiculous, Joe.
The day he dies, none of us will believe it.
Yeah. So then, but then in July, when I come
really
back,
sad about that.
When we come back from doing the rugby in Perpignan, I will then go for the first few weeks of July. I will go to Hot Water 3 or 4 nights a week and I will talk some shit. And then my first weekend I've got booked in is the last weekend in July. I'm at the Store in London, and that'll be my first go of, right, here's the new 20 for 3 nights, 5 shows.
Oh, I'm very excited about doing all the long form stuff. I'm finding tour gigs because now I'm at the point where I've got all this material. I've got 80 odd minutes of stuff. Maybe not, maybe it's going to grow to that. When I'm doing circuit gigs, I'm trying to develop new stuff. I'm trying to throw in the new bit and go, well, maybe I'll do this chunk. And it's not enough. 20 minutes is circuit. Now, when it will be great is post-tour, you dump the stuff, you record the special, you know that that's going online in January, February or whatever. All the material's dumped. So you go to new material nights, so you start carving out. By that first circuit gig, to have 20 that's ready will be a fucking achievement. I'm at the complete opposite end of the scale now. Haven't started previewing. I've got too much stuff. I want a full preview. I'm dying to run out an hour and a half of material because I've got that much that I need to polish up and decide what's in and what's not. The total opposite is when you get to like, I find it really, it's like, I'm excited for you for doing it. And also for me, when you're like, you just can't use any of it as a crutch.
Yeah.
Because you can't go, I don't know, any of the stuff that you know is the best bits you can't use. So that is the most exciting thing about being developing new stuff, isn't it? When you go, fuck, we're going to have to live and die by this newer stuff. It's very exciting.
You know what was also weird about the Isle of Man? References. Sorry to call it back.
Well, surely they'd get it more. They got the same TV and everything, haven't they?
No.
They didn't
There's certain things that, like, I was self-editing. And you know when you're doing a set and you're self-editing because you know they haven't got certain references and you're like, oh, they're not going to get this bit, they're not going to get that bit. There's just certain stuff that they...
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Like, you know what, like, racist people call, like, a corner shop?
Yeah.
Right. They don't know what that is.
Right, because they've never had any Asian...
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Asian
So the punch
and
was like...
immigrant. Right.
A bit lost.
Well, I am looking forward to hearing that bit of material, though.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best lines in the show.
Oh, well, Adam, you have teased that beautifully, because now I'm enjoying...
It is my favourite line in the show.
Right, okay.
But I've started closing on it. And like last night in Sheffield, it gets a huge round of applause. I'm like, good night, Sheffield. In the Isle of Man, they went, and I went,
His face
right.
emptied.
Cool. Oh, one more bit then.
Yeah, because they have a Northern Irish guy that's got a newsagents, and that's their equivalent.
What do they call that?
I don't know, but you know what I mean?
Shop.
Actually, that's very offensive. Don't use the P word.
No.
Wow, so they weren't into it.
No,
They just didn't get it.
They just didn't get, no.
They wanted to laugh, they just didn't get it.
Yeah.
You know what fruit pastels were?
Shut up now, come on.
They didn't know what fruit pastels.
Fruit pastels.
But there was a couple of references that they didn't really
They're from
get.
the Maldives, aren't they?
Yeah,
I got some recently as a present.
But yeah, it was weird. Like them going, I don't know what that is, and it was like the most mundane of thing, like a chalk ice.
Is there any stuff from your tour show, that you are doing and enjoying, but you know sort of relies on them being on board, switched on, into the comedy? Like, you know, the difference between the stuff you do in Edinburgh that you know is a little bit more esoteric and just honest, and you're taking a bit of a risk with it. Is there any stuff that you have in this that you couldn't do on a circuit? It's all funny, but there's bits where...
So the answer is yes, but I've still been doing them on the circuit anyway.
To harden them up.
So there's a couple of bits where, like, it's my favourite type of stand-up, where it's like, here's something you don't really love the concept of, and here's the justification of it. And on a circuit gig, that can be a bit of a battle, because they're like, which one is it? We don't want to think about it.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm like, no. I'm using the circuit now.
These are good bits. These are the best bits off.
And if you listen, you'll love it. And there might, like, I've got a routine about sort of around the subject of domestic abuse in this year's,
which on a Friday and Saturday night, you know, when it's fucking Gemma's birthday, like.
But it wouldn't be in me tour show if it didn't work in the circuit.
No, totally.
That's my policy with writing tours now, is if I can't get it to work in a club, at least to a decent level, I won't put it in the tour show.
Apologies to the people of Newton-le Willows on Thursday night. I went and closed the gig.
Because you live there and it's shit.
It's not, actually, surprisingly. I remember it being shit. It was actually quite a nice little spot. But I had the best first 15 minutes of a circuit gig I've had for ages. I had to pause so they could have a little calm down. You know when you're like, oh, I'm the king of Newton-le Willows now. Which isn't saying loads. It's a little town in between Manchester and Liverpool.
Newton-le Willows.
And I was like, cool, I'm going to do that 10 minutes about addiction and therapy that I've got in the tour. Doing that, like, sharpening it up on the tour. Wow, they were not in the mood already for that. I have never taken literally sixth gear 15 minutes in, where they were like, you know that laugh where you need to let them sort of deflate a little bit? There has to be a collective sort of like, just calm down a little bit. And I was like, cool, I've got these exactly where I want them. I'll do that bit about addiction. Within one or two bits of the addiction bit, they were like, It was so bad. It was so bad.
Too close to home.
And I wrote it out. Trying to get it right, because I'm trying to get that stuff sharp. And by the end, I was like, cool, I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I apologize. They were like, thank you. So funny when you're gigging with the tour in mind, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, I should have. If they'd have done about who loves wanking, they'd be like, we do. It would have worked so much better.
I really enjoyed when I did that Ukraine benefit a couple of weeks ago at the Manchester Apollo on a star-studded bill of sort of up-and-coming great acts. You've got a bit of a following. You've got Manford, who's very mainstream. You've got a couple of old-school guys like Les Dennis and Mick Miller and stuff.
Joe Pasquale
was on. I went on that crowd and did me domestic abuse stuff. And I didn't have any time to build a relationship with the audience. I just went on and went, and it worked. And it was great. And that was me going, no, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Also, you're not trying that for the... You've got that stuff sharp. Yeah. It's a bit different when it's in earlier in its development. I'm a big fan of watching those old boys. I really love it.
Mate, Mick Miller. First of all, he might be the soundest person I've ever spoke to backstage. He asked me for like 4 photos. He kept going, lad, come here, lad. Get in with me, you
Is
and
he
Joe.
Scouse, McMillan?
Yeah. Me, you and Joe Pasquale.
This guy's been gigging since the 60s.
Me, you and Joe Pasquale, get in. Yeah, me, you and Vegas. Come on, lad. Come over here. Me, you and Manford. Come on, lad. Just constantly. And watching him on stage, I love watching an old school comic like him because there's a thing with old school comedians where, they all used to share jokes. But Mick Miller is one of the ones who he's like, no, we don't. These are mine.
Yeah.
Don't be nicking me bits. I'm old school, and they're jokey jokes. And there was a couple. I can't do them on this because they're his bits, but I'll tell you as soon as we hit pause on that. So stupid and funny. And I love his old noddy routine that he didn't do.
Also, if you want to watch that's not us like doing the secret thing. I can't say it. Like, go on YouTube, McMillan. If you're younger, you might genuinely have not heard of him.
Doing other comics bits on the podcast.
Yeah, totally. He's a comedian that was, when they talk about the comedians in the UK, like Roy Walker and
I'm gonna try and get his number.
All of the old boys.
I want Mick on here.
The comedy geek in me, I fucking love it. Katie Mulgrew, my really good mate. Her dad is Jimmy Cricket.
Yeah, and
watching him, I mean, at their wedding was amazing because he did the father of the bride speech and it was a 20-minute set. It was a 20-minute set. We might as well have given him a red light because he was like, oh, kid is getting married. And then just did bit after bit after bit after bit. And Katie afterwards was like, yeah, it's in a way it's sort of sad, but it was fun as a comedian. He couldn't resist. I've got a crowd. Here it goes. It was fucking brilliant. I love watching the old boys do their stuff. I think, and I love that about Mick. I didn't know that about Mick Miller, that he wrote his bits and then got very defensive about them.
No, I didn't know that till then.
Right.
And he was like, I heard him just reference someone. I was like, oh no, he fucking nicks his bits. And I just heard him say something like that. And I was like, oh, you're an old school guy who was on that era of, no, this is our fucking stuff. Like his noddy routine, the radio presenter who does the noddy show, who's an alcoholic. Just pause the podcast here. You're on YouTube already, maybe, unless you're audio. Go and watch it. Go and watch him do his alcoholic radio presenter who does the noddy show for kids. Have you ever seen it?
No.
Oh my God.
So good.
We're having a break so I can show Dan that. But
wash it.
I love the old guys. I'd love to watch them in their pomp. All right, we're going to have a little watch of this. Watch it yourself. What are they searching?
Mick Miller noddy. Just put that in.
All right. It's time to talk about trimming your pubs.
It absolutely is. Summer's coming. Who wants sweaty bollocks? I know I don't.
No, it's not me. I swear to God, of all the sponsors we got, Manscaped is one of my favourite. They got on board early. They've supported this podcast. We want you to support them because they've been so amazing to us. But I believe in this product. It is the best pube trimmer I've ever used. And it's our family pube trimmer. That sounds grim, but it's not. Everyone, just me and Laura. It's not everyone in the family. It's not like my mother-in-law as well, but she should use it because it's that good. It doesn't clip your balls. And my mother-in-law has got balls and she's always like, oh, I've clipped my balls. I'm like, Jude, stop clipping your balls.
Do you know, a couple of weeks ago, I actually forgot to take this away with me on a week-long section of the tour and had to buy another Manscaped, like another a trimmer that isn't a Manscaped one. And I cut my sack open and it bled in the shower. You don't get that with Manscaped because it's got skin-safe technology. And as part of the Performance Package 4.0, you get the Lawnmower 4.0, their latest model. You get the Weed Whacker, which does your ear and your nose and that.
Good.
You get the ball deodorant, the ball toner. You get the Boxies, which, by the way, might be the comfiest Boxies in the game.
They're good.
The best than Calvin's. The best than Calvin's. I'll say that right now. And our listeners, as always, you get 20% off. You get free worldwide shipping. Manscaped are our lead sponsor, and we're proud to have them on board because their products are absolute top notch. Go to manscaped.com now and at the checkout use the promo code WORD20, 20% off, and send this to all your mates because no, you don't want to be the only one walking around in the summer and everyone's like, oh my God, how are you got jeans on? It's too hot.
Because they can't get it over their pubes.
Help your mates wear jeans whenever they want.
And
they can wear shorts as well. You want your balls to be nice and trim. They can do the little top bit, your little afro on top of your cock. And shave whatever you want. You will not snag the bag or your skin with Manscaped.
Manscaped.com, WORD20.
Go ahead.
It's a shame the way you mess around with my heart.
Jürgen said to me, you know.
My God. Do you know what? It's not even the fact that it's not a Liverpool song. It's just hearing them words again is doing my head in.
They're stuck in my head, lad. I can't do anything about it. Put another Liverpool song on me and maybe it'll overtake it. Go on, sing one.
I don't know. Bobby Firmino's got brown legs. He can header the ball from across. Wallop. Goal 2-0.
Bobby Firmino, he's got lovely brown legs. He scores a goal. He scores it with his tags. Tags.
Teeth. Oh, yeah.
You got any
That was
questions?
quite good.
You got any questions?
Shove your fucking questions, oh yes.
We saw the question the other day. That was funny. That only relates to you because you're the only person with a wife.
What? Oh, Laura loves being talked about. Oh, loves it. Loves it when I talk about the old sex life.
So here's the question, right?
Hi, babe.
It's not
You
sex
alright?
life, don't worry.
You okay?
Here's the question, right? Laura comes to you and is like, I've got a fantasy. No, I'm joking. You get a phone call.
Laura's been kidnapped.
You get a phone call and someone's like, I've got your wife and I'm going to bang, bang, bang. I'm going to shoot it in the head. Right?
They say those words.
Yeah.
So he's just, so the guy's, so I've got your wife and they say, bang, bang, bang.
I'm going to shoot it in the head.
And I go, is that a 2 pints reference?
And they go, yeah, it is. Yeah.
You've got 30 minutes to get here and negotiate.
Oh, do you know what I love? In both comedy and wife abductions,
Yeah.
a local abduction. Because honestly, if they were like, we've got her and she's in Worcester, I'd be like, oh, that's the end of that marriage then, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not going past Birmingham to save a wife.
So she's in a tunnel in Wigan.
Right, cool.
Right?
They're quite specific about where she is.
So where am I getting there?
She's
Am I
in one of the
going to
infamous
go
Wigan
M56,
tunnels.
M6, or am
Yeah.
I going to go over the...
No, the
You've
M6
got
is a nightmare because you're going at 6 o'clock.
Oh, I'm going Merseyflow then.
Yeah.
So it's £2.
Don't forget to pay.
already. It's in
Right.
the balance, isn't it? I've got fast tag on.
But it's a lovely evening.
It's a lovely evening, right? You're in your car.
Summer's Eve.
Here's the
Right.
question.
Your windows are down.
You're on your way to rescue your wife. Would you?
Hang on. Am I going to rescue her? Rescue her?
Huethka.
Am I a rescuer? Or am I just going to give them the money?
You're going to save your wife. That's all you know at that
That's
point.
all you know. You just know you got to get there. So you don't know whether you've got to fight or pay.
Yeah.
That's the tagline of the film.
Windows are down.
It's like fight or
The
flight,
weather's
but a bit
beautiful.
more of a like Tory option. Is it
Is-
fight or pay?
Here's the question.
Weather's beautiful.
Would you
windows
listen to
down.
music on the way?
Are you with me? Because I don't need music. Because you just be saying, Jürgen said to me, you know, we'll save your fucking wife. You know, he said so.
You're in love with it and she's in pedal. I'm so glad that she's not fucking dead.
It's a beautiful eve. Like this.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
you know.
You're in the ZEV4 as well. Top down.
Oh, come on.
Are you listening to music?
And if you are you listening to music that pumps you up or music that calms you down? And you're like going to like Collapse by M&M. So like collapse, I'm spilling these raps long as I fill it to the day that I drop. You never say that I'm not killing him. Or you're going like something in the air this morning. Something in the air that's mine to breathe. Something's got me feeling tall as the leaves fall. It's down beneath my sleeve.
Shout out Jamie.
Day, the strange ways to make me feel alive. You're veering in those lanes, yeah.
Oh, he's in a good mood.
Are you listening to music?
I don't think. Right. I don't think I'm in, like, as you know, as a lovely evening as it is. I don't know if that is. Surely I'd be on the Bluetooth ringing round. Would I be not getting the?
No, they've said if you use your phone, she's dead.
Oh, Jesus.
You can use it for Spotify though.
You can use it for Spotify. Luckily, I'm 41 and I have a selection of CDs in a wallet.
Would you put your top down?
I can't drive the Z. I very rarely drive the Z4 with anything but. I'm like, that's why I bought it. So I just like, but then again, you have to wait a good 90 seconds. Is it? Oh my God, Laura, I'm coming. Get in the Z4 and then go. I'm coming, baby.
That's not even the roof. That's just him doing it with his hand.
You're not listening to music, no?
I'm not. I don't know if I'm going. I don't know. What am I going to do? I haven't got that much money available.
Negotiate.
I can't. I'm going to negotiate.
With your fists.
Can't we do that on the phone? All right. What do you need? I need you here. Well, COVID.
I need you to get down Wigan, mate, and save your wife.
From Lancashire, Al Qaeda. I don't think I'm listening. I think I'd just be like, oh, I'm taking it really seriously.
Oh, really? Yeah.
She's a patron, guys. She is a patron.
This is a public episode.
I'll be there. Oh, so she won't listen then. That's how that works. Once you're a patron, you don't listen to public episodes. What would you do?
I'd have music on.
Would you?
Yeah.
Right.
I'd have really like jarring music on. I'd have like the Cheeky Girls on.
Jar rule.
Cheeky girls?
Yeah.
Jarring.
You have the cheeky girls on.
And
Or like the fast food song.
how does it go?
Pizza Hut, pizza.
I was to get yourself
Kentucky Fried
pissed
Chicken
off.
and a pizza, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Pizza Hut.
Is that to get riled up?
It's like that's your 8 Mile.
Yeah. Really happy music. Just put me in a good mood. So when I arrive, I'm like sort of not angry, and they don't take me the wrong way.
Would you not want to be angry though? Because you're going to save your mate.
I reckon it'd be scarier if you turned up just smiling in a good mood. Hiya, mate. You all right? You've got my wife. Go ahead.
Hello.
Kiss her back.
What,
just
turned
turn
up
that
like a kid's TV presenter. Hello. How are you? Yeah, just turned up like Mr. Tumble to an abduction. Yeah, that would actually be quite freaky. You're dressed in oh yeah.
I think I'm Mr. Tumble, but get any fucking lippier, mate, and I'm turning into Mr. fucking Rumble.
That's it. I'm not. I can't. You can't do the music.
Mr. Rumble.
Do you want to? Oh, should we do it again? Just. Do you think I?
You might think I'm like Mr. Tumble, mate, but get any lippier, I'll turn into Mr. Rumble.
See you in the comments. Fucking Adam's a genius, lad. I saw him at the Isle of Man in a shop. Are you worried about Paul's wedding and the old the titties and the? I'm a little bit.
I got my suit fitted yesterday.
Right.
He hasn't. So Paul has got a wedding party of 11 groomsmen or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And instead of going to a tailor where they measure you and then make the suits, he's just gone to a shop that's got set sizes.
Which we talked about when he was here.
Yeah. So I went and got it on. Waistcoat fits perfectly, but I hadn't had a 3-course meal when I tried it on.
Okie doke. This suit fits absolutely perfectly.
First thing in the
8
morning.
in the morning. But you already have to piss.
The jacket is very, very, very close to perfect, but I need the sleeves taken up a little bit because I only got dinky arms.
Okay, good.
The pants I need to take up a little bit because I got dinky legs as well. The shirt fits, the tie fits.
Tie fits.
You know you're a fat cunt if the tie doesn't fit. I don't think there's much you can do in the next week and a half. Yeah, lad, I'm going to need a bigger tie.
But I'm just going to do what I always do when I need to lose weight. I don't need to lose weight for this suit. I could wear it and it'd be absolutely fine. But I just want a little bit of space. So I've decided...
Yeah, but you're single at a wedding. You need to be looking fucking...
I'm going to be trim for that wedding.
Nice.
I'm going to starve myself for the next 8 days, apart from in Villarreal where me and him get twatted.
Apart from the day and a
day
half
before.
before, yeah. Oh, I am, honestly, nil by mouth. Apart from Guinness, because it's good for you. 28 units
28
a day
pints.
is what my doctor said. And my doctor is Dr. Guinness. Hello, Adam. You're a very healthy man. I know, kiss me. You don't usually get appointments on the NHS, but Dr.
Guinness in
Guinness...
Spain.
What?
You can't drink Guinness in Spain.
It's today, yeah, isn't it?
No, it's Madri now. Madri's the one.
Oh, yeah, you're into, yeah. Sam Mig.
Madri.
Yeah, I have to admit that part of this trying to lose a bit of weight has got the wedding in mind. I have got the wedding in mind. Just, I don't know, something about a big event where you don't want to look like a right fat. What? Are you doing anything for it? Sorry, Carl, I was being... No, you look really
I
well.
haven't even bought my suit yet.
See, I haven't bought the shirt because I've got the jacket, but I haven't bought the shirt. I'm planning to buy it. The wedding's at 2. I might be buying the shirt about 11:30. Oh, what?
You haven't taken it, have you?
What? Pooed? Have you shot yourself? Oh my God. You're going to win the Premier League?
I haven't registered my new car for the bridge.
Adam owes £10 million.
I've been driving it for, 4 weeks?
Oh my God.
Twice a week?
Adam
2 ways
owes
a day?
£10 million.
Adam, you owe Runcorn Council so
Like
much
£6
money.
grand.
I reckon they're going to be sound with me and just let me pay what I owe, like fee-wise, because I've been a loyal customer.
Oh, yeah.
Customer of the bridge. Yeah, they really care about that.
No, but I've got an account. If I ring up and go, mate, I've fucked up here. This happened last time. I don't know if you remember this.
Where did it get in your head when we were like, yeah, we've got to lose weight for the wedding? Oh, the Mersey flow.
Do you want to know how my brain works?
Go on.
Carl was half right. So I was going to take me suit this morning to get it altered and leave it and then pick it up when I get back at the weekend.
Yeah.
But I'll just take it tomorrow before I go to London. I live in town, so I can just take it somewhere in town. Right?
Yeah. All makes sense.
So I went, you didn't take your suit to get it done. What else haven't you done? You haven't done that. You haven't done that. You haven't done the fucking car.
How many times do you think? By the way, the Mersey Flow is the new Runcorn Bridge.
Scam.
There's no toll.
There's no toll.
Booth on it.
You just
but
drive
you have to pay it
over.
online.
You've got the point you drive over. They're very fair like this. Upon the point you drive over, it takes all your details, and then you have 8 minutes to pay it online, and then it's 10 times more.
How much is the fine? 40 quid.
Yeah, and I reckon I've done that journey.
It's 20 quid. 20 quid's the fine for one crossing.
Yeah,
if you go over and back, it's 40.
He's done that journey
4
maybe
quid
10, 12 times.
But, so a while ago, right, I changed my bank card.
Yeah,
And it didn't update on me account. So I had like 4 fines. And I was like, I've got an account. And she was like, right, I'll cancel them because it
was
hasn't
on them, though,
auto-renewed the thing. And I was like, right. So if I ring them up and go, look, I just forgot to put my new card on it. It's just habit. As you can see, I'm a loyal customer. I've been using this bridge for fucking 2.5 years.
Loyal customer. I could have used one of the other many bridges over the Mersey.
Always remember, threats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got
If it gets
threats.
to that.
It's not really your thing, Fred, is it?
No, but if they go,
It's usually
you're paying the
bums.
fines.
No,
I'll be
yours
like,
is-
I didn't think you wanted your bridge blowing up.
You've got over £400 of fines. What about 350 quid in a brown paper bag?
No.
Oh,
I'll
fucking
I'll
rowy
pay you the
bungs.
£2 it costs each way. Or there will be no bridge.
No, police will get
We'll
involved.
be using that green one again.
Right. How are you going to blow up the
Soft
bridge?
cunt.
How are you going to... Yeah, there you go.
What?
How are you going to blow up the bridge? Just let's...
Building a bomb is easy.
Yeah.
You'd need numerous, though.
What?
You'd need about 15 to 20
I
bombs.
don't need to bring the bridge down. I just need to make it unusable.
Oh.
Right.
Don't need to do structural damage. Just need to
How you
just blow up a Fiat Punto.
Well, they're going to move the Fiat Punto, aren't they?
No, not if I blow it up in the middle of the bridge. It puts a big hole in the floor.
But then it's on structural damage, yeah?
I don't need the bridge to fall down. I mean, I just need to put a hole in the floor.
Okay, cool. I like it how you're trying to look after the long-term health of the bridge. Just want them to do damage, not you know.
I want
kill a
them to be
bridge.
like, oh, we better make sure that doesn't happen again. But I don't want to have to use that fucking green bridge to get here.
Right.
So I want the bridge to still be fixable.
Okay.
But them to know who's boss.
The boss of the bridge.
Hey, people of Runcorn, shit yourself if you're going over that bridge and you're like, is that a troll? And you can hear because he's trying to blow it up. He's up to something. The fines haven't gone his way.
No, I just want to say to Mersey Flow right now, just, you you just let me pay what I actually owe, not these fines.
Yeah.
And all of your family will be fine.
There'll
be no murders.
I did that in Japanese for you. Just in case there's any Japanese members of the Council of Runcorn.
Your
Council of Runcorn!
Your families will remain unharmed as long as you just, you just do as you're told.
Definitely illegal, that.
What?
Definitely illegal.
No, I didn't put anyone's name on it. Debbie.
There's definitely a
fucking
Debbie.
Debbie.
There's definitely a Debbie.
60 to 70% chance there's
Listen,
a Debbie
Debbie,
working.
you fucking bitch.
Oh.
Cancel me fines now.
God. Ay.
Cancel me fines now.
You made up woman.
Or I will nuke that bridge.
No, but
And your kids.
Oh, nice. You're going to nuke it. Nuke it. I don't want to do structural damage. I'm just going to nuke it. Fiat Punto.
A little nuke though.
Anyone sees Adam buying a Fiat Punto? I've
When are
got
you gonna
some fucking plutonium.
When are you going to remember that you forgot?
I don't
Yeah.
Just keep us up to date.
know. Can't even keep
Watch this. This will be a running feature. Adam remembering every 2 months. Oh, shit. 22 grand.
Got like a little pain in my face then.
Right. And you're living to 90, are you? Good luck with that. Good luck with that, lad.
Like my jaw muscle.
Hey. Fuck it, it's exciting gigging, podding with this. Isn't he? Exciting, isn't it? Someone's asked for some advice. Craig says, wag lids, I'm doing a skydive at the end of the month and I can't help but obsess over shit going wrong. And it makes me a bit more nervous than I expected. I've done zip lines over gorges, bungee jumps, and a few other similar things which I've always enjoyed. So this seemed like another good thing to tick off the list. But as it gets closer, this seems on another level. I booked the highest one that was available to 15,000 feet. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Have you guys done or plan to do any adrenaline-style activities on your bucket list? And do you have any advice for settling my nerves and helping me to enjoy the experience as best I can? I suspect Adam will say to have a bevy and don't be a puss-puss, but it's worth a shot anyway. Cheers, lids. Much love. Robbo in Durham.
You will never, ever feel better in your life than if you just cancel this.
Yeah, just stand on the
The
ground.
immediate euphoria you will feel from emailing these people and going, I'm not doing it.
It's almost like doing a skydive. A lot of people say that, it's on the bucket
That would
list.
feel better than surviving a skydive.
Is that the
saying
aim
I'm
of a
not doing
skydive? Oh, I survived it.
That's not the terminology that anyone uses. I've done a skydive. No, you survived it. But I'm actually a skydive cancellation survivor. Ring, ring. I don't want to do it. I live.
Just cancel it. Just do not do it. Why? Why does anyone do this stuff?
Have you ever done a bungee jump?
What are you on about? I don't like being on a trampoline.
Right. Do you know?
No.
They're not related. He's just telling you.
What are you doing for charity, Adam? Going on a trampoline? Yeah.
Don't mind a pogo.
Yeah, from before. My thing with bungee jumps is, I don't know, my eyes popping out.
I just don't want to be hung upside down for ages.
I just don't want to be on a big fucking elastic band hanging off a mountain.
Yeah, that's the bit that they don't show you, isn't it? When they just have to pull it up. Wait, what do
they
do?
pull you up or
No,
they lower you?
They lower it down.
Depends where you are, though, I
So
suppose.
you stop bouncing and then they lower it down.
What's the point? The best thing that can happen
Is you don't
is
die.
you survive.
Yeah.
I think
That's it.
The feeling,
That's what you're hoping for with a bungee jump or a skydive,
Yeah.
is you don't die. And you could die. If I said to you, put that kettle on, there's a 10% chance you'll die by putting the kettle on. Would you put the kettle on?
What type of kettle's that? 10%?
1 in 10 people die.
1 in
making
10
a cup of
people
tea.
die putting the kettle on.
Joe, why you hate? The people who climb buildings and just hang off them. Oh, look. Why you... No. That's sick.
Free climbers.
Yeah, they climb buildings and then hang off the edge.
And then go, look.
Hey.
What for?
Exactly. What are you
For the
doing, you
thrill.
that twat?
Just go to the pub. That's my advice. Go the pub.
We haven't
Whatever
done, we
money
haven't
you're
done
going to
loads
spend
for
on
charity,
this,
have we?
spend it on Guinness and baby Guinness for you and your closest friends. You'll have a fucking much better day and no one will die. Certainly a lot less likely.
Yeah, and don't use the kettle. You never know. You could be one of those 1 in 10. Fucking bullshit.
Would you do this kind of gear? I've done zip wiring over rainforests.
I'm going to do a skydive, yeah. I want to do a skydive.
Why? Explain to me.
Is there an age limit? That's not me being rude.
Get to fuck.
Tell
Carl.
me.
No, but is there?
You horrible rat.
I'm not,
Is there an age limit? How old are you? What, like a ride? You know when your kids at Alton Tower, you're like, oh, fucking hell.
you this old.
IDing me.
It gets older as it goes lower.
Hey, sorry, Grandad, can I see some ID? Get to fuck.
Well, surely you can't do a skydive at the
Can
age
your
of 80.
pacemaker manage this done?
If you're 80, your limbs will just snap on a bungee jump.
Oldest person to ever do a skydive. There must be a world record for it.
If this is
it's
40
I'm
or
going to say
lower.
78.
I'd say 90.
Really, yeah?
Yeah.
103?
There you go.
And he died 3/4 of the way down.
Wow. He was tandem, though, so he was just hanging on to someone else doing a skydiving.
That's not a skydive, that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you're hanging on to someone who's doing a skydive.
You're attached to a man.
That's a sky
doing
hug.
Yeah. We send our
It's a
condolences.
sky spooning, isn't it?
Yeah. Getting bummed
Oh,
in
yeah,
the air.
Weird
the
channel.
oldest solo parachute jump was a lady who was 80.
There you go.
Right. So if I do a skydive strapped to an instructor,
It's a good practice.
you're telling me I've not done a skydive.
That's like skydiving lessons, isn't it?
Yeah. Sky cuddles.
That's what it is, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're going to have feel like you've done a skydive.
Are you on the back or the front?
No, you don't piggyback on a sky. You do it in the front.
So he's bumming you in the sky. You're getting sky bummed on.
Right.
How much is a skydive
Can I ask
cost?
you a genuine question?
If he stuck his dick in me, like, I can see so far. Oh.
Why do you want to do this?
I think it sounds exciting, doesn't it? It sounds like a thrill. I'd love to see. I don't know, like that amazing view. And just
Have you been to Everton Brow?
put to the top of hill.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same.
Dan, do you have the same view as in the plane?
Yeah. In fact, it's better. The view gets worse the further you dive. You're like, oh,
There's nothing that appeals. Nothing that appeals.
I'd
to
do a skydive if someone knocked me out and woke me up as I was jumping out. I'd be like, okay, I'm doing it now.
Yeah, but you'd do anything if someone knocked you unconscious. Like you do a gang rape if someone knocked you unconscious and you woke up just as you were about to get ready.
Carl saying he would say before it,
Yeah.
go on, punch me head in and then wake me up.
Right.
I don't think Carl.
Why I went with gang rape.
You'd do a gang rape if you were asleep.
I don't think Carl would be like, sign me up for that gang rape, but knock me out first.
All right, okay.
He wakes up, like,
But like the whole like shitting yourself going up and looking out. If I was there, I'd be like, I think doing it would be cool, but the bit before it'd be the rough bit. I think.
It's a bucket list thing, isn't it? I don't know what's on your bucket list. Apparently yours is go to the pub, drink Guinness. That's my bucket list every day. I'm fucking life dreams. Tick, tick, tick. 28 times a fucking day.
I
Would you
can't.
do any Daredevil stuff for your bucket list?
No.
Nothing.
I would if I had like a terminal disease. I'm dying anyway. I'd do a skydive then, genuinely.
What, and cut your own fucking...
No, I'd be like, well, I'm dying anyway, so if I die now, what have I lost?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks.
You could argue... Yeah, okay.
Right.
I like the idea of that sort of stuff.
Would you do like
more than a bungee jump, which to me seems like...
That's scary, innit?
I don't know if it's... I'm sure it feels pretty fun, but the whole feeling of like that...
You're
massive
free
pull of
falling with
G-force.
only on your legs, whereas if you're on skydive, you feel like you've got like your gear on.
It's so annoying.
It's my new car.
Oh, it's everything, Carl. Oh my god, that's just Carl's phone vibrating again. For a laugh.
Would you
From
do
before?
Would you do a big scary zip line, Dan? What do you think about zip
Yeah,
line?
those zip lines look pretty good.
I'd do a zip line.
I've done zip line and I loved it. I don't like heights, but it was
Right.
cool.
Yeah, so you go. There was we went to Wales on holiday last summer, and there's one in North
Well, I
Wales
wouldn't just
near
jump out of
Bangor,
a tree.
and you go like the. You won't just jump out of a tree.
That is Daredevil,
Well, he's comparing ziplining in a way with skydiving. I'm saying the difference between those things is the zipline. With the skydive, there's no zipline. There's no fucking zipline going from the planes to the floor.
I don't think zip lines is that scary. I just feel like you.
Depends where you do it. It's still
What
in
do
the
you
sky, innit? If it's over like a big gorge or something, it's still fucking...
There are no zip lines that are like 4 feet off the ground. It depends where you do it. Like they're all high up, aren't they? Zip
Yeah, but
lines?
there's varying levels of scary.
And there's also nets to catch it, isn't there?
No.
There's a go ape in fucking...
On massive zip lines.
I done one in
net.
Costa Rica and it was the scariest thing ever. There's no net.
So there you go. That's a different level of zip line, isn't it?
Yeah, it's okay. So a few people die. Don't be a
That was
pussy.
literally that. You had to jump up and clip yourself on.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I be clipped on?
Okay, lady boy. I didn't realize.
Do you know how you stopped yourself? You had a big leather glove on. And you had to like grip it to stop yourself.
And you went on that, but you want bungee.
Yeah, I think bungee's different. Because you just hang
Seen
him for
that
ages.
video, the bungee jump, where he jumps off and then they throw the rope over his head. And they're like, no, wait!
Yeah.
As if the rope isn't attached. I would genuinely have a stroke.
Yeah, you'd die of shock or something, wouldn't you? That's dangerous.
Yeah.
But at the live show at the arena, Adam's coming in on a zip line.
I'll come in on a zip line. I've got no problem with that.
Oh, amazing.
As long as there's a big net.
I'll come in a skydive.
The roof does open.
Getting bummed. And
The
Carl
roof does open. And what an entrance that'd be.
will come in getting gang raped. It's going to be exciting, isn't it?
I'll wake up. I'll wake up.
Fucking hell, lads. All right. Now I'm here.
I'm not doing that.
Oh, you're not, Carl?
No.
Oh, okay,
I
cool.
refuse.
Oh, my God.
I think it'd be quite harrowing for my family who are going to be present.
What can he do? What's your advice
Cancel
to
it.
Robbo?
My advice is to cancel it. It will never change. Don't do a skydive. No good can come from it. Only pain.
The only thing he gets to do is tell people he did a skydive. You just lie.
Yeah.
That's all he's getting from it.
Yeah, watch. I did a skydive.
Did you enjoy it?
Did it for charity, raised $7,000.
Is it life changing?
Yeah, it was it was fun. It was fun, but I wouldn't do
Do
it
you
again.
feel alive?
What?
Do you feel alive?
It was just like getting off a bus.
Yeah. Yeah, I can tell you've done it because that is such an interesting observation. It's like getting on the bus.
Yeah.
Got big buses in fucking Dovey.
It's just a big step down, isn't it? It's just a big step down. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I landed on my feet.
Landed on your feet.
Yeah.
Did you use a parachute or did you just fucking time it well
No,
like
I
a
had to use a
cat?
parachute.
All right,
And
course.
jump from 15,000 feet without a parachute.
All right. Do you use parachute for the bus just to be safe?
No,
Oh, okay.
I don't need one for that.
Oh, it's a bit different then, isn't it? I'm
It
not
is
sure.
different, but the emotion was the same.
The same as getting off a bus.
Yeah.
Right.
You're just like, thank fuck that's over.
Thanks, driver.
Yeah. Well, just don't get pissed. They're not going to let you on if you're drunk, though, are they?
I doubt it, no.
Nah.
I'm intoxicated.
What's the arena
You'll be
entrance?
smacked off your tits, though. They probably don't test for that.
Smacked off your tits?
I think you'd have to test.
Aren't you just not unconscious if you're smacked off your tits?
I don't know. I've never done it.
Yeah. Would you do? Hello? It's my heroin dealer, Dan. Got an ambassador roll. 10% off. All smack. Get on. Carl smack. I'm not put it in the pod account. Hello? goldenbrown.co.uk. So I've done that thing where I'm like, oh, all these questions. We've got one from a wrestling fan, Kyle,
Oh, we have, yeah, I've got it.
who's a massive. I don't think we've talked about wrestling loads because I also feel like there's certain things like
It's the sport of paedophiles.
that they get very annoyed at that sort of thing. The
Tom
two.
Segura pissed them all off, didn't he, when he did this? Yeah, not saying that.
Yeah, you've pissed them. So you're going to go down Tom's lane. You can if you want.
I mean, I just agree with them.
What was his stance?
They're all pathetic.
Here we go. Here we go.
Do you want me to play the game with you?
So Kyle's come up with a game for us, which is it a WWE move or a sex position?
Oh, okay.
And you've got to guess.
Yeah.
So it's good that you just went in dead hard in the paint. No one asked for it. Fucking pathetic. Saw your life out. Yeah, I'll play the game. I will
No,
play the
they
game.
are pathetic, but like it's their right to be pathetic. I don't think anyone's
It's
got
like
the right to
it's
take it
like
away from
thinking Coronation Street's a sport.
Yeah. It literally is like doing that. It's no different to Coronation Street. It's a soap opera, isn't it? Here comes Kembalo. Here comes Kembalo. Ballo, 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 ballo. If you smell what Dot is cooking.
He's dead,
Not,
Liz.
not anymore. She's dead. Dead.
She is cooking.
Who is the hot pot? Who is the hot pot?
Betty.
Betty! Oh! That was nearly fucking perfect.
Kevin Webster is the Undertaker.
Undertaker. Hey!
Dan, do you want me to play?
Coronation Street need to do a Patreon special where everyone fucking wrestles.
Do you want me to read them out, Dan? And you play?
We can guess. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll guess between us. We'll work it out.
Number one.
Apparently, a lot of these moves because they have the
Yeah.
are the same.
So we've got to guess which one it is and what it might entail.
Yeah. You didn't watch wrestling much, so some of these.
I loved it when I was a kid. The old
I got a
era.
wrestling ring for my 8th birthday.
SummerSlam '92 was
Full size.
my era. Fucking loved it. WrestleMania.
So number one is Face Buster. Is it wrestling or sex?
Well, it can't. There's no sex position called the
No,
face
that is
buster.
definitely a sex position. It's a face fucking. It's fucking get here, girl.
All right, I was honestly
Have a little smell of that.
smell.
It's from before.
You face fuck and go smell that. She's like, ow, 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 ow. Oh, right, yeah.
Surely, if these are the names of them, you've got to be able to.
She's like, ow, ow, ow. Do you use Manscaped products?
You've got to be able to
Ball
say them.
deodorant.
You've got to be able to say them during sex. Like, I'm going to give you the Face Buster now.
No, that's not how it works, is it?
Can we try the Face Buster?
What
What do you
is a
think,
sex position? 100%.
Dan?
It's a face fuck.
It's the
We can compete if you want.
I don't,
Okay.
No, it doesn't need to be.
I win.
Surely the face buster is a wrestling move and not a sex position.
It's a wrestling move, yeah. The Face Buster.
Right.
They all suck each other off.
Smell that. Number two.
Brock Lesnar sits on your face.
Number two, layout.
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 The layout.
Yeah.
Oh, this. It's not particular. Could be both, couldn't it?
Wrestling.
It is wrestling, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3, the reverse slither.
Well, that's definitely sex, isn't it?
I reckon that's wrestling.
What do you think that entails?
Don't know.
Just slithering away backwards.
It's a defensive move.
The campus wrestler. Like, I was gonna do a move, but I'm like a snake. That's
It's
a sex.
sex.
It is a sex. What
What is
is
it,
the
though?
reverse slither?
He doesn't give us any.
Oh, well, this is a load of fucking shite. Who wrote this quiz?
A wrestling fan?
Of course.
Number 4, the magic bullet.
Oh, that's definitely
surely
sex.
a jizz in the eye, innit?
That's
Sex, yeah.
Oh god. What's the magic bullet, Finn?
Magic bullet, sex.
Can you give Finn the mic so he can tell
I'll
us?
get that off shite.
Can you tell us? Finn, can you get the mic?
I can't find. Oh wait, here we go. Oh wow, it's just
He's just looking at porn.
pretty
Look how
much.
Steve's like literally craning around the corner like, hello.
It's not like out of the ordinary. Just the lady is on her back, 2 legs up, and you're in between.
Oh,
That's all it is.
that's what I
Isn't
call
that-
a fucking Monday morning.
That's a wrestling move.
Oh, okay. That's the magic bullet.
That's just fucking Pound Town, innit?
He's got one hand on the tit as well. Classic.
That's just missionary.
So the legs are going over the shoulder.
Yeah.
That's just slightly more.
No, it's not missionary.
It is. It's a variation on it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but you can't
Missionary,
go like,
and
that's
then
just
you just
missionary. That isn't missionary.
love.
Yeah, but as soon as you move someone's leg position, it's no longer the other position, is
He
it?
looks like Freddie Mercury as well. That wouldn't be a woman. Number 5 is Little Jimmy.
Carl, you're such a knobhead. Oh, that's ridiculous.
I don't know what the little Jimmy is.
The little Jimmy is a wrestling move.
It is.
No, because no one's going to be like, oh, babe, do the little
Right,
Jimmy on me.
I'm gonna pick 2 more.
All right.
The meat hook.
Right. Again, it sounds sex, but it's not. It's wrestling, innit? The meat hook's got to be wrestling.
I think it's sex. I reckon it's where you put your cock in a cheek and try and spin it like a hooker with it.
Have you got quite a
Hooky cock.
My cock comes up and over.
Like a duck.
up and over? What, like directions?
Like,
A dovetail joint.
Which way's
mine's like a
Primark?
curly fry.
Like a pig's tail.
Yeah.
Spiral cock, they call him. By his nans. The last one.
Fucking, let's wrap it up.
The last one is the backseat driver.
Yeah, that's bombing, isn't it?
That's defo bumming.
It is sex. And
Finn, pull up the backstreet driver.
oh, it's like you sat on a.
Turn the TV off, you fucking...
It's like you sat on
Yeah.
a chair, and she's getting wellied.
Oh, I see.
We've all done the backseat driver.
I actually have done the backseat driver.
So it's basically the reverse cowgirl,
Sitting
but
down.
you're sat up.
Well, yeah.
in the back of a Kia Sportage.
You've got to be in a Kia Sportage. Should we slide in the 4th picture from the left? Yeah, and get thrown off YouTube. And that was a girl taking it up the botty.
Like a champion.
Absolute
A champion racehorse. That
Let's
likes getting bummed.
You love getting caught there.
Let's have a break.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? It's Adam here. I'm here to tell you about our brand new sponsor, and that is Stitch Fix. Now, as we all know, shopping can be an absolute pain in the ass. It's a nightmare, especially with shopping online. You order stuff, it comes, it doesn't fit. I've always carried a little bit of weight, me. So sometimes I go into a shop and I'm a medium. Another shop, I'm a double XL. It's a nightmare. I've never really been comfortable shopping online. I always send stuff back. But with Stitch Fix, I've found something that really works for me. The fact that on board as a sponsor is amazing for me. Now, do you ever wish you could just send someone shopping who knows your exact sizes, knows what you do and don't like to wear, and how much you like to spend on each item? That's what Stitch Fix is. It's a digital version of that. Stitch Fix is a service for both men and women, and it makes shopping for clothes easy. To get started, go to stitchfix.co.uk/word. That's WORD. Set up your profile, and they'll deliver your chosen clothes just for you, in your taste, your size, and your budget. They'll arrive at your door a few days later, and you get to try everything on at home, decide what you want to keep, and then send anything else back. You won't pay for it. It's that easy. You pay £10 each time you order, which is credited towards the items you keep, and you'll get 20% off when you keep all 5 items. You can schedule this at any time. There's no subscription required. Plus, shipping, returns, and exchanges are easy and free. Stitchwork does all the hard work for you, making shopping for clothes easy and hassle-free. Get started today, stitchfix.co.uk/word. And remember, you get 20% off if you keep all 5 items that they send you. That's stitchfix.co.uk, not .com, and use /word, WORD. 20% off when you keep all 5 /word. Stitchfix.co.uk/word. That's the website. Order some clothes. They're sick. Get back to the episode. Megan.
Hey!
Part 3.
Daniel Sloss is here.
He is. Woo! Woo! I'm just going to have this coffee because...
One of my favourite whites.
Yeah. One of your top 3?
Oh, he's top 3 white.
Yeah, 100%.
Just in skin colour, you are one of the whitest people I know. Well done.
Right, okay, but out of all the whites, I'm top 3.
you and John Hastings are right up there.
Oh, I thought you were ranking whites. And to be in the top 3 whites is fucking
No, you're
great.
like in the top 3 of your Dulux colour chunk of white.
Aye, so it's me, John Hastings, and like Eric Lampere.
Yes. And you're third.
Yeah, the gingers are in their own sort of little...
Oh, yeah, that's like performance-enhancing substances, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
cheating.
Yeah.
I'm already a bit wired. I'm having a coffee because I'm really tired. I've been touring loads, and I don't think that's something either of you really know anything about. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't. I'm not.
You got it all to come and you'll learn.
Hey, you're poking a polar bear here.
He does his little sort of, oh, I'm in America. Oh, I'm in Australia.
Oh, I've got.
He's on holiday, basically.
All right. Yeah.
Doing the odd show every now and then.
Aye.
Fucking bouncing around San Francisco. I spoke for 25 minutes.
If you've ever seen me live, you know I've never spoken for just 25 minutes.
What a disappointing that would be. Hello, San Francisco. Just keep it tight.
Yeah.
Light on 23.
I've just got things to do.
I'm on holiday.
Aye.
Have you really done San Francisco?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I've done most of
America.
the world. I've done most of it.
All right,
I've done
okay,
Russia back when it was legal to gig there.
Would you do it now?
Would I do it now?
Like, if you got an offer now and it was like, right, we'll give you 10% more of the door than last time.
Not now. Not now.
10%
Not now.
more of the door.
If any
all it would
Russians
take.
watching,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Do you think my moral compass can be swayed by 10% of the fee I already get?
What about all of your merch? Oh.
I'm glad I did Russia then, because my opinion of Russia was very much like, oh, it's the bad guys from all the American movies, and like they're fucking weird and they're backwards and they're part of the West, but they're not like really. And then you get there and you end up gigging to like, I'm not gigging to the Russian people. I'm gigging to the Russian people that can illegally download my fucking specials. So wherever I am in the world, I'm getting the fucking liberals of the area. So in my head, I'm like, Russia's dead liberal. I met 3,500 of them. They're lovely. They're friendly. They're real pro-gay rights. And I think all of those 3,500 are dead now.
They tried to protest the
They
war in
did,
Ukraine
and
recently.
they're all dead.
And
And
they're dead.
that's why I wouldn't gig there again. Because my audience is, they are wiped out.
Yeah, but don't you think this is the problem when you get to a certain level of as a comic, you just start performing to your people? Maybe going to Russia and trying to win over, the anti-gay Russian soldiers.
Yeah.
That would be a true test of your next tour. to
do
know
some,
that
work,
it
do
definitely
some
works.
work in progress in the Kremlin. Let's box it.
But do you want to win over the homophobes? Because surely they're like, he makes a good point. And you wait, have I converted them, or have they converted me? Fuck. Have I
Then
accidentally?
you take that,
Yeah.
that tour show that worked in the Kremlin to Brighton, and if it works there as well, you're a...
Then I'm finally global.
This is the guy who had to take references out for the Isle of Man on Tuesday. But in his head, he's like, Brighton and fucking, Moscow should be the same. Should be all right.
No, but if you can make them the same,
Yeah.
then you're onto a win an hour. You know what I mean?
I like it.
Gonna have mass appeal across many demographic.
Have a coffee.
Why was San Francisco like your
I don't
thing of
know.
success?
Just because,
like not New York.
Because you're someone that I've gigged with and I know, and it's San Francisco. Listen, this is you're here. You're talking to us, Bella.
You're in a cupboard in Runcorn.
It's all relative, but like I watched Eddie Izzard's special from San Francisco when I was starting. Before I started stand up, like San Francisco just feels like so unreal, but it's of course it's real. No, but if you've done Conan 87 times and you're like well known and you've got Netflix specials up, of course San Francisco is great for sales. To me, it's great.
Will that be the mark of you making it? If we ever do a Have a Word live show in San Francisco.
Well, podcast-wise, that is what it feels like turning up here. Like, my podcast that I've been doing for way longer than this is now just in, like, the shed I built in my back garden. And, like, we don't put much effort into it because I'm so unbelievably lazy. And because I get to tour, I'm like, I'm not putting any fucking effort in. Kai's the one that puts the effort into our podcast, which is why it's slowly getting better. Whereas we come down here and we're like, oh, right, okay, so there is a way to do it. We'll just slowly eke our way to that.
Do you know, since we've done what we've done in the last 2 years, which has been pretty impressive, there's three types of podcasts. There's a podcast that existed before and pretty much don't like us and aren't going to change. That's absolutely cool. Then there's all the podcasts that look just like this one that sort of started. They're similar, aren't they?
The American style.
I think to call them knockoffs is a little bit unfair. But there's a lot of ones that are going, that seems familiar. And then there's also the pods that existed before that have gone, oh, hang on. Oh, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Like Two Vegan Idiots now looks different since the pandemic and since, and you guys are you filming it now and you're putting...
Well, we are. So basically, I had a shed, but I had a shed in my back garden, which we then converted into a sound studio because I had to do the audiobook during the pandemic. Like,
have you been to his house, by the way? He's got his own lake.
Oh,
I don't have a lake. I have a river that runs through my garden.
Well, my garden floods, so...
The first day we moved into our place is just on the outskirts of Edinburgh, but it's a very idyllic place. I couldn't believe I got to move there. And I was like, these places are always shite eventually. Like, you work out why why I get to live there and, why the area is so nice. And then we were looking out the window and a baby deer and its mum just ran through the garden, drank from our river and then left. And I was like, oh, okay. I live in a Snow White. I live in Snow White's world. That's where I am right
I was
now.
expecting some fucking schemy smackhead. Then you're like, oh no.
Look, I
just Bambi and
no. But I'm now at the place where if I see anyone outside of my house who looks like me growing up, I'll phone the police.
Oh, you bad snitch.
I've not done it yet, but I've certainly seen some youths outside my house, and I'm like, if I had a dog, you'd have no ankles. I'm just telling you fucking straight up.
You can't phone the busies.
I wouldn't.
They could be future dealers.
Yeah, and also the amount of grass I've got in my house, I'm not phoning anyone.
Threat.
Can you come to my house but stay outside, please, officer?
Can you come and can you hold your nose the entire time you're there?
Let me know when you're at the gate, the first gate.
Yeah. Can you pick up a pizza on the way as well? Like, you're gonna meet the Domino's guy in the fucking driveway. Can you just bring it up to the door?
So beyond the Babbling Brook, you and Kai Humphries are doing your pod in a shed.
In a
Nice.
shed and we don't have the background.
It's not a fucking shed, by the way. Shed puts a certain picture. It makes your garden office look like a shed.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
It's a treehouse.
Yeah. Oh no, the treehouse is outside of it. But that's not.
I got a little bit of that San Francisco money.
It's the Russian oligarch.
Oh
money.
yeah, it is.
That's why I hate this
Then you
war.
will like your comedy. You come play for 4 or 5 of us. You go back with 2.3 billion. You just wash blood off the money. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's why we wash it off diamonds. It's much easier to wash that.
How was getting in Russia? Come on, give us. It's not like I'm going to get to ask this to a lot of our mates.
Ever again, since it's
Yeah.
It was really interesting because we were on tour in general, and it was during a really bad bit of the tour where we were going literally from Lincoln to Tokyo to Singapore to Kuala Lumpur to Australia to Iceland to Russia in the space of
Lincoln's a bit of a sore thumb in that list, isn't it?
Right? Right? I fucking screamed at fucking Live Nation, right? And I shouldn't have done it, and I really like what they've done. They're my touring company. I love them. I'll work with them forever. But I was like, with a straight face, every single one of you wrote a tour list that went Sydney, Melbourne, Tokyo, Singapore, San Francisco, Munich, Leeds, Lincoln, Paisley. Fuck off! I'm not going to these places anymore. I'll go there on the downside, on the other side of this fucking arc. That's when I'll go back to those places. Until then, stop sending me to shitholes.
I'll go there when the deer's being shot.
So when we're in Vienna, like, this is the show I did X, which was about sexual assault and toxic masculinity, and towards the end of the show, it was obviously a tense moment, but the Kremlin, Russia, sent out their own translator, right? Because the show, Russians do understand English, but we're going to give half the audience the option to, if they wanted a translator, to have it in their ear. So they sent the translator earlier on. Yeah, already awful.
Can we just, when you say to have a translator in their ear, do you mean there was one translator and he was broadcasting to their ears, or they each got their own individual translator whispering the jokes to them?
No. That would have been way more expensive. That would have been... first of all, it would have doubled my audience. One translator who was up in a box, but he'd come to see the show in Austria, like, for the 2 days before, just, he says, so he could work out what the material was and work out how to translate it. I had a lot of pro-gay stuff in that show, and the Russian government was very much like, you can't do that material in Russia. And I'm like, I'm a comedian, we don't get censored, and there's literally nothing you can do to censor me apart from kill me and have me disappear, in which case, let's play again.
We're not there yet.
Yeah. And I figured you're not gonna go after a shitty comedian just occasionally being like, I think the gays are cool. Like, that's not who you're cracking down on. But
It's a fire bit, by the way.
And it is, that's as far as I go. That's as far as my progression is. I think the gays are all right, y'all. He comes to the show, and we are 100% convinced he's just from the Kremlin. Like, he's a fucking spy, and he's there to watch the material and to find out what goes against, like, the Russian message. And he's talking to us, and he's dead educated. Of course he is. He speaks like 7 languages. English and Russian are 2 of them. Like, he finds Kai Humphries fascinating because he can't imagine that smaller brain space. Like, and we're all just... and we go there, and the gig is weird because you have the first initial fucking laugh, right? One of the most important things about comedy is timing. You get that first laugh as the people who are fluent enough in English to get your thing. And then, because Russian words are 90% longer than all English words, you have to wait 10 seconds for a second laugh, which is the rest of them being told the fucking joke.
Oh my god! And they've already got little. They've got little earpieces like they're at
half
the
the
UN.
audience have little earpieces, and half the audience don't.
2 little earpieces.
That is so weird.
And the weird thing was, like, the controversial bit of
And he's not doing the gay stuff. He's when you're doing the gay stuff, he's like, Vladimir Putin is a wonderful leader. He's excellent and a very strong horse rider. There's a laugh, and then everyone's like,
wait,
yes, Sloss is very weird about Putin. He's very pro-Putin.
while I'm doing pro-gay stuff.
Yeah, you're like miming out, getting fingered. He's like, yeah, he can Putin
swinging a rainbow banner around.
Yeah.
Putin
And they're like,
loves his
Putin.
horses.
Putin makes rainbows with his mercy. Weird.
Is it the same cadence though, like intonation of the?
I
how does
don't.
that work?
No, absolutely not. Like, I think even the way the language is different. Like, the letters are different. The way they create words together are different. Which is why I couldn't believe that this guy's job was to translate. And then I had to wank on the bus into, like, one of the most complex languages.
I think you might be one of the only people in the world that when Russia like.
I think the gays are cool. And then I had a wank on the bus. It was full of them. And I'm like, yeah.
This is not doing justice to Sloss's material, by the way.
Yeah. I haven't done a wank joke for so long.
They loved it. They loved it in San Francisco. They're like, oh my god, it's so good. You must be one of the few people that when Russia invaded Ukraine and became the international bad guys that they've always really been. You must have been like, oh, thank fuck, I don't have to gig there again. What? This sounds like way too much bullshit. Yeah, just for a gig.
But it's one of those things where at the time it felt exciting because you'd heard all these things about Russia, from fucking James Bond movies and the media and everything. You're like, oh, the bad guys. And then you go there and you meet the people that actually live there who were like, man, we know he's a fucking cunt. We know they're all cunts. But what do you want us to do when the biggest cunt with the entire army wants us to shut the fuck up? Yeah. And like speaking to them is really, they've just learned to live their lives. They're like, man, I don't know if you know much about Russian history, but we've tried and tried. There have been loads of revolutions and none of them have gone well.
Shout out to those few thousand people that protested the war in Ukraine, that went to that, because that's fucking ballsy. And I don't know if they've had a pride in Russia, but shout out those gay guys that tried to get that one going. Like, come on, Yevgeny, we're doing it. We're very proud. That's I'm not saying like pride in Manchester's not bold, but pride in Moscow is a next level of like.
It's to literally put your, because your life's being brought into question. It is putting your life on the line, not just for your beliefs, but to be like, I am a fucking human being, and it's I'm gutted. That I am gutted in a way that I won't get to gig in Russia again, because I don't gig for the bastards in Russia. You gig for the good people who are underneath the shyness of it. It's like the amount of times people come up to me as well. They're going, "Would you ever do a gig in Israel?" And my answer is always the same: 100%. If the day after I did a gig in Palestine, because I'm not going to learn what's going on there. I can't be bothered, and everyone gets angry about it. So it's just a big mine in the middle, probably a poor choice of words. It's a big mine in a minefield, and I'm like, not touching it, not going anywhere near it. But I understand that there's audiences there who aren't anything to do with the entire clusterfuck, and those are the people I want. I want to play to the people, the humans.
He's just got a good sense of humour and got Netflix.
Aye. Yeah, those ones. And to be fair, I don't know how many of their... No, I think there's quite a few. The one thing I've learned about traveling is comedy is absolutely 100% universal. Like the things we laugh at here. There's more differences between audiences in the day of the week than there are between Russian and Australian audiences.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, like and local terms, and the accents can obviously be a bit hard.
And obviously York is a shithole and they don't get anything.
Yeah. Or it's because you're both touring now. Is there any places on your blacklist?
York and Lancaster.
Yeah.
Lancaster is...
Are you still not over the War of the Roses? You're still upset about that people died?
It's the same as the Israel-Palestine thing. I'll do them back to back.
Just play Skipton. It's like the Gaza Strip.
I'm just not picking a side.
No, I'm not.
Lancaster has got that little tiny gig in the pub every Sunday, and that's the only one I've ever done, and I hate it. And it's...
The Borough?
The Borough, yeah. It's ran by a comedy promoter who books a lot of gigs in the Northwest, and he sort of is like, you've got to do this for me if you want to do me other gigs. So you have to do it like a couple of times a year. And I did it a few years ago with Jamie Sutherland Comparen, Gary Delaney, Alan Cochrane, and me, and we all died. And that is not our fault. Like, that lineup, it is not possible for everyone to die and it be all the comics' fault. And York, I've hated for a long time, and we've covered it several times on this podcast, because it is a place where joy disappears. It's just not... They don't like laughing. They don't like anything. They just want to go out because they're sick of their fucking ugly husbands and wives and their fucking miserable children and everything else about their shitty lives.
I'll be on tour there in 2023. Looking forward to it. Also playing the Pocklington Arts.
I really like the York people who've sold out 3 Leeds dates for me because I refuse to go to York. Leeds is flying.
Yeah, it's all the ugly cunts from York going, right, we'll get train.
Literally, about half of the people who taken photos after Leeds were like, why won't you come to York? And I was like, because you will come here.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Anywhere, don't know if there is anywhere on my blacklist. Randomly, I'm not playing on my first ever tour, I'm not playing my hometown.
Oh, really?
Just because there isn't a proper venue. Preston's just doesn't have a good theatre anymore, because no one's gone to the theatre for so long, and it's just, I don't know. So that's a bit of a weird one.
I think last time I played Preston was like, it was in a theatre, but it was in a weird room upstairs beside the theatre. Yeah, there is really just no...
Yeah, nice. I think it got bought out by someone who was a bit of a Mike Ashley, you know, in Newcastle.
Aye.
Bought it for the wrong reasons. To basically, I think they wanted to sort of shut it down to sell it as whatever, like for retail profit. No, like flats and everything. I think that's the plan. But now Preston doesn't have a proper theatre.
Would you want a homecoming gig, do you reckon, if you were to...
Here's my thing with my hometown, and I know a lot of there'll be a lot of lids who are from Preston. I've never had a good gig there. Like I've never had a great. There's never been a great gig there. So I'm doing a preview there. We talked about the preview run that I'm doing. Freddie has found a room in Preston.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm doing a preview there on the 1st of September. It's the day before we set off to Ireland to start the tour, and I book it in with my fingers crossed that we are going to be able to develop. Freddie's going to be able to have a good gig in Preston, because a lot of people have tried to run a gig in Preston, and it's never really worked.
My second ever gig was in Preston at the Frog.
And the Frog died. And here's my thing with my hometown. I've not lived there since I was a young lad. When it's painful, I don't love that it's Preston. Like, I do shit gigs all over, and there's some bell, and you're like, not my problem.
Yeah, I don't live here.
Every
You're
time,
not my neighbour.
Yeah, every time there's a knobhead at a Preston gig, I'm like, I'm probably related to this cunt. I'm like, oh, here goes the gene pool again. You're fucking here. I'm like, you're my second cousin. I find it annoying. So we need a good room there, and hopefully this preview is the start of it.
Is there anywhere on your blacklist? Or have you got a...
Yeah, countries.
Really? Yeah. Come on, stories.
I'm not North Korea, obviously. You've got to make a living.
Only if I play South Korea the next day.
That's cool. That's an interesting double, isn't it? Yeah, I like it.
I won't gig in... Kilmarnock's 100% blacklisted.
Countries!
Oh, well,
Kilmarnock!
Well, France was blacklisted because one of the first times I ever did any like European tour dates was one of the gigs. In fact, the worst gig of the run was Paris, and it was the only one of the fucking tour date where most of the audience were British expats, and there is nothing worse in the world than a British person that lives abroad. There's nothing worse. I think they should all die across the board.
Even in Paris, because
yes.
If it's Cyprus, maybe, but
no, they're all back because they fucking hate the French. Of course, it's just British people being like, oh, you can't get a good burger. And you're like, why would you want to? You're in the fucking capital of wine and cheese, you stupid cunt. Eat the fucking local food. Fucking ingratiate yourselves, you anyway, right? So the first, literally, all the other gigs we've done in Europe, in Sweden, locals, Norway, locals, Estonia, locals, Lithuania, locals. Every single one of those gigs is fucking outstanding. The one gig we do with the British people, it's in Paris, and I'm like, fuck this gig, fuck everyone in this room, I fucking hate it. Refused to do it for years and years and years, until Eddie Izzard phoned me, and she was just like, it's changed, and they're good now, and I trust this venue. And I went back, and it was 90% locals, and it was suddenly amazing.
Eddie Izzard did her special in French in Paris,
and she's done it in German as well. She's done it's insane.
Well, and I mean this with all respect, she can fuck off.
Yeah.
That's showing off, innit?
Yeah.
So France was blacklisted. Kilmarnock, what should be for Kilmarnock?
Kilmarnock was, and I'll fucking say this on air, I will not gig in Kilmarnock until I get a fucking handwritten apology for the council, and where the location of where this man is buried, so I can piss on his fucking grave. I was doing my first ever Edinburgh preview. Not only my first ever preview, my first preview. It's the first time I've done longer than 20 fucking minutes, right?
So this is what, 12 years ago?
This is 2008, it must have been.
14 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's held on to this. This is great.
Oh, I never forgive, man. Never.
No, but because it means more when you're starting out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because
because it's like, you can hate me now, but when I was starting out, to do anything to directly hamper that, I've just found disgraceful to new comics, right? Man, I was young. And I looked fucking young. I was a little sperm.
I remember working with you for the first time, and I was like, who is this little... Oh, he's good. He's annoyingly good.
I had my fucking floppy Justin Bieber hair. I go on stage, and there are, I'm going to say, 30 people in the audience, and they're all there to see Craig Hill, who is a longtime friend and who is as gay as the day is long. If aliens were to come down from another planet and go...
He's less gay in the winter.
Yeah, he is. It's because he's got to be inside. If aliens came down from another planet and were like, what is a homosexual? I'd go, come here. And Craig's house, and I point and we hang out for ages.
He'd answer the door by singing.
Yeah,
And he'd be like,
he opens the show in a pink kilt, going on singing Kylie Minogue. He's fucking hysterical, and he's got this rapport with his audience where he makes fun of them and they love it and it's engaging. And he's even though he's filthy, he's still like a bit clean because he doesn't really swear that much, but it's more like
it's kind of an innocence around him, isn't there?
Yeah, and people fucking love it, and rightfully so. I, on the other hand, I'm fucking 17 years old, and I'm like, fuck, shit, cunt, God's not real and isn't weed class. And I literally get about 4 minutes into my set, and I say cunt, right? And there's this 75-year-old person in the room. Now, I think there should be age limits on comedy, right? But I think you should be on the other end. When I was young and I was watching stand-up, I wasn't offended by swear words. I wasn't offended by rude topics. The only thing, I just didn't understand certain bits. I didn't know what a hand job was when I was 10. I didn't know what these things were. The only people that get offended by comedy are fucking old people. And they're the ones that cannot keep up. And I think they should be banned from shows unless at the door they say cunt, shit, fuck. That's the extra price if you're a pensioner. If you don't say cunt, shit, fuck at the door, you
into a camera. All right, John, can you just right into that camera, mate? John, cunt, shit, fuck. Right.
Do I have to? I can say shit, fuck, but do I have to say cunt?
Yeah, you have to say all of it. Yeah. You have to say all of it.
Do you remember the old people at the Have a Word show, the stand-up show we did?
Yeah.
And they stuck out, and I did that thing of like, wow, you're so old, but you're just old. And they were like, we're patrons. You're like, you can work the internet? And they fucking love it. There are some old legends out there. There's just a lot of old cunts.
But, and also, the old legends are quiet and the cunts are louder.
Yeah,
and that's the problem.
Yeah.
So I say cunt, and this old fucking man, 75, 80, just cannot just shut the fuck up. He's got to tell me how awful I am and how awful it is that the youth of today is swearing like this. So I obviously say something very clever, like, why don't you die of whatever disease you already have? It's not funny what I say. I'm 17. I've never been fucking heckled before. Like I'm doing I'm doing my first ever run through of an hour show. I'm already terrified. And he doesn't shut the fuck up, right? He doesn't shut the fuck up. I put him down. Nobody around him shuts him up. Like the exchange is done. Like I won. Didn't get laughs, but in any other room I won. The staff didn't shut him the fuck up, like to the point where my mum, right, I'm 17, and how embarrassing is this? My mum has to go forward and be like, can you shut up or leave? Like, those are the options. Shut up or leave. It's not sit here and be a fucking rude. And he was like, oh, why don't you, he didn't say fuck off because he was complaining about it, but he was just rude in the old way the old cunts were to my mum. And I was just like, you are, until you're fucking dead, until you are fucking dead, I'm not coming back to this shitty fucking city. And not only do you have to be dead, I have to know where you're buried so I can piss on your fucking grave in front of your family because you are rotten to your fucking core.
He could be dead now.
Oh, well, he definitely is. He's 100% fucking dead, but I don't have that handwritten apology from Kilmarnock Council, and I don't know where his fucking grave is. And I'm 100% serious. I'm not. 14 fucking years ago, I don't forgive this man. I hope his kids are sick. Because there's no way he rubbed off on them well. There's no way they're like, oh, we'll not be. They're cunts as well. I hope they're dead. I'll piss on the fucking family tree. Where is it? Burn them all, put them in one fucking urn, and I'll piss directly into the fucking urn.
Can we do a Have a Word live show in Kilmarnock? I really feel like we need to use this energy.
Sloss on. I remember the story when you were telling that of an old fella who sort of ruined my night one time. I might have told you this at some point. So I think, and I might be getting the details slightly wrong, but the chunk of the story is definitely accurate. I think I'd just done one of my first open spots at the Manchester store, and it had gone, I think it was like my third one, and it had gone noticeably a lot better than the first couple. So I'm on the train back from Piccadilly or Deansgate to Liverpool, and I'm all full of myself on the train. I'm like, yes, might be in there. I wasn't, but I was like, might be in there.
It all means more when you're starting out. The bad gigs and the good gigs, they're like...
And I'm sat on the train, and I'm sat opposite and diagonally on a table. The other two seats are empty from this old fella. And I think my dad rang me, and he's like, how's it going? I was like, oh, it was great. And then the old fella goes to me, the old Scouse fella, he goes, so what do you do, kid? What do you do? And I was like, oh, and not like now or even normally under any circumstances back then, I would always say I work in a bar. Yeah. Like I just go, because you don't want the conversation. But I was like, I'm a comedian.
I've earned the right to tell people.
And he goes, right, okay, right. And he just went quiet again. And then about 2 minutes later, he goes, can you sing and dance? And I went, no. And he goes, yeah. no chance of making it if you can't sing and dance. And then said nothing else to me for the rest of the train journey.
And he now books a gig in Hull. Oh my God.
He just wants to ruin me. Can you sing and dance? No. I got no chance of making it. Can't sing and dance.
Thank fuck you still don't have to be like, oh, that shit's not working. Fly me to the moon.
But that's these fucking old cunts. That is what entertainment was back in the fucking day. Like, you look at the old school comedians from like America, and it was entertainment. It was a bit of singing, and then they would fucking tap dance, and then they'd sing. God, I mean, nowadays stand up, and I want to speak for you two, but I can certainly speak for myself. It's my only talent. It's like, there's nothing else in it. People often go, what would you do if you couldn't do stand-up anymore? And I'm like, I would have to break my own neck in the middle of the street because I wouldn't know how to live. I've become accustomed to a certain lifestyle where I can say what I want to anyone I want. I've got nobody above me, right? I just, if I got cancelled and it was all over, I'd have to go, I don't know how...
Yeah.
I've
You
always
can't go back. Once you're here, you can't go
I've
back.
always struggled in jobs for that exact reason, because even before I had the autonomy that this life has given me, I wanted it. So bosses would be like, can you go in the cellar and put the Corona where the Peroni is and put the Peroni with it? And I'd be like, why the fuck would I do that? No, I'm not doing that. And he's like, well, I'm actually a boss, so you've got to. And I'm like, yeah, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Unless it makes sense to me, I'm not fucking doing it. Right. And then I'd get like written warning after written warning. Yeah, well, I'm not doing something just because you've decided it needs doing. You need to explain to me why this is a fucking necessary job. And
I can't even explain hierarchy to you.
They do. People love that question. What would you have done? What would you? There's two very different questions. What would I do now is so bleak and filled with so many arguments and like me just being like, I can't, because we've gone so far down this road. Yep. 20 years I've been a stand-up. I've made my living for it, not far off that. Now it's going well because of this. If this goes away and I have to get in a cubicle, I couldn't do it. I would be a murder.
I would rather,
maybe me.
If I hadn't seen such riches, I could live with being poor.
Hey, Adam, you know that's a lyric from
It's a James song.
That's a song, isn't it?
It is.
That's mad. I had to say that because it just clicked something in my head.
And it's in the show with them.
Mental.
Yeah, just drives off a bridge.
Yeah.
All of us.
Just
poor Finn nodding like
right through the whole. I've put in the Runcorn Bridge.
He's young and wants to be a musician. Okay. But when you like, if I'd have never gone down this road,
You'd be fine.
Yeah, I'd be doing something else, trying to do something like this, probably.
If I hadn't found comedy, I would have been a fucking incel. 100%. This job made me meet people that I never would have met before, made me experience a life in a way that I never would have experienced before, and opened my... Man, I was an angry little fucking bigot when I was a teenager, and I've got no idea why. I had a very good upbringing. Like, I remember being an angry teenager, and my mum and dad were like, all we ever did was love you. Like, it's just...
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. I think I'd seen other teenagers be angry, and I was like, well, I guess that's just what we all do. And then getting into comedy, you know, it teaches you, it fucking humbles you, because even though it gives you an ego, which you then have to like learn with the job how to keep in check as it inevitably gets.
I'll get there.
Bigger, yeah. We'll all get there. But no, man, like I was an angry fucking kid. Like I would have been I would have flown over for the fucking January 6th insurrection had I not found stand-up comedy. Like, I've got no doubt that's the other
I think you
part.
give off vibes of someone who had like a fucking weed-selling empire by the age of 25, retired with 2 houses by the age of 30, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do now. 31 and twiddling my thumbs.
No. What do you actually think you would do now if it went away? Genuinely.
Oh, what would I have done or what would I do now?
If it went away. If it went away now, what would you do?
Oh, man, podcasting.
Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, no.
Podcast gone.
I can't do anything to do with comedy.
No. Yeah, comedy still exists, but you're sort of banished from it.
No. I tell you what, it's worse, right? You can be involved in comedy, but it's only you can only ever be credited as a writer on something.
Okay, well, I'm out then because Jesus,
never
no one.
directed to
Like,
you.
there's a reason I've done no writing in 20 years. No one's even asked.
Yeah.
No one's ever been like, could you write some stuff for me? Everyone's like, yeah, you're struggling to get your own stuff up there.
You can write.
I'd have to leave
stand-up.
Laura and fucking go. Because Laura does not want to be married to me if I cannot live in the Northwest and be involved in podcasting or comedy. So everyone's like, they're so in love. She'd be happy to be like, all right, fuck off. You restart, I'll restart. I want to be
loved
some
Dan
fat white
Nightingale,
twat on a
the
kibbutz.
podcaster.
Yeah.
I loved DanNightingale.com.
That's what she says. Just as I go to sleep. I'd be one of those weird cunts. Yeah, I'd like go on the strip somewhere like Malia or Benidorm. You know, but one of those like, oh, why are you so old? Why are you still here?
Yeah.
Broken like second time round, hiding from child support. That'd be me. I'd go abroad.
I'd be one of those people who like scams people in the street. You know, like you got to hold on to the fucking bar for 30 seconds. You win $2,000. Yeah. I'd get one of them, mate.
People trying to go, are you Adam Rowe? No, I'm not.
No, I am the
Hold on to the
tickler.
bar. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be a scam artist, 100%.
What about them fellas who just stand dead still? People give them money.
Yeah, but I don't think anyone does give them money. I'm convinced because I'm seeing less and less of them. I think they've all realised that's not a viable business.
Starved.
Same with the sand dog men. You know the ones who make a fucking dog out of sand?
No, it's a fucking set, innit?
I know.
What?
Yeah.
Do you know? Have you seen when you walk down the street and there's a fucking dog made out of sand?
Aye.
You ever seen them being made?
I have not.
Exactly.
Right. So I got up really, 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 really early.
On purpose.
Sorry, I thought you were just talking shit.
Got up really, really early to go to London one day.
Half
I had
11.
to get like the 6 o'clock train.
Yeah.
So I'm walking through Liverpool city centre. He's got a fucking plastic dog and he just covers that in sand.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
So,
I thought it was
wait,
like a jelly thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
thought-
is. It's like a set thing. Like a bucket and spade.
Wait,
Right? So you want to get your bullshit right, Adam? Does the sand go over the plastic? Or do you put the sand in the plastic and then...
No, he just sticks the
Wait, is
sand
the way-
to a dog.
So it's the way you
a
make.
real dog?
No.
I should buy a new dog every day. And hope it lies still. Look at that.
I thought there was sand sculpting classes in like the camps in Calais. I thought that's all they were doing. Like, okay, 10 o'clock.
Look,
Come to the big tent.
And you paint yourself silver. Stand over there.
while you're all down here on the beach anyway, why not learn how to look? I know your son's body's over there. Around him. Put the sun over. Put the sand over. We'll make it look like a dog. It's not even going to look like your dead son anymore. I turned the corpse of your dead son on the beach into... It's a sandy dog. You don't like dogs? Fuck this country.
It is suspicious that it's always a dog, isn't it? No one has ever gone,
same.
I did cat. Never do cat. Yeah.
There's one in Liverpool who does a dolphin.
What?
Does a sand dolphin.
Fucking
It's fucking
maverick.
massive as well.
He's the Picasso of refugees.
He paints them.
There's also a blind fella who plays the guitar and he's defo not blind. Defo not blind.
Yeah,
With his dog.
right.
Yeah.
That was one of the best heckles
Plastic
I've
dog.
ever... Sorry.
Go on.
One of the best heckles I've ever heard of. I wasn't in the room, but I've heard it from good sources. Blind man and his dog were in this comedy club just at the back, and there's this Red Raw stand where new comedians are going up, and apparently this guy goes on stage and he's just eating shit for like fucking 3 minutes, utter silence, which is tough at the Glasgow stand because they're a great audience, to the point where apparently this blind guy at the back just yells out, "Mate, I'm blind and even I can see your shit." Right? Whole audience laughs, only laugh this guy's got during his set, like, and it floors him. There's no response in him. Like the fact that the audience laugh is just enough for him to just be so dejected that for like an extra 5 or 10 seconds, he just stands there in silence. And then the same voice goes, "Has he left?"
And then you have to.
Yeah. And if the dog barked, it's not even...
Getting gonged off by a dog.
Oh my God.
Should I have a little breaky time?
Let's do this.
Press the button then. Okay, go on. You do that. What's happening, guys? Adam here to tell you about our brand new sponsor, Athletic Greens. I have been using their products every single day for a couple of months now, and that's because I've been on tour. I'm getting home late at night. I felt like constantly tired and stuff, and I heard this was great stuff, and then they eventually got in touch, said they wanted to sponsor the podcast as well. I started using it. It is absolutely unbelievable stuff. If you want to know what it is, so with 1 scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food-sourced superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. So I've been like taking it as soon as I get up in the morning. First thing I do when I get up, I have a bit of this, and then I have some coffee, and I'm drinking less and less coffee because I'm getting a lot more energy and spruce for my day from this stuff. This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. All things. Price-wise, it costs less than $3 a day, and you're literally investing that in your health, and it's cheaper than your cold brew habit. Athletic Greens has over 7,000 five-star reviews. The Athletic Greens founder was created when the founder experienced a ton of gut health issues and ended up on complicated supplement routines to recover. It cost him $100 a day. You're getting this for just $3 a day. So right now, it's the time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. To make it all easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune support and vitamin D and 5. Free travel packs are with your first purchase, and all you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/have-a-word. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/have-a-word. Take ownership of your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance today. Back to the pod.
Here we are. Final section. Got a
Daniel,
Yeah.
you have a book out.
I do have a book out.
Sorry. Does anyone have a book out? Daniel.
I do.
Do you?
I have a book out.
You
Is
should,
it out now?
You should
It is.
promote that in some way here in front of our audience.
Well, if you didn't buy my book when it was hard copy, because you were like, how am I going to fold that up and throw it at someone? It's now available in paperback. It's the same fucking book. It's just softer. It's like the old book, but not erect.
What is the difference? Why did they make 2 different versions?
I've got no idea. I think it's like because hardbacks is like a real book, and they're like, oh, this will be the ones people want on their shelves.
The
You get
collector's
those.
item almost.
Yeah, and then after that, you're like, all right, let's get the fucking
Holiday book is the soft version.
Yeah, the stocking filler. Like it's you buy it for your friend that you don't really like, and you're like, oh, you like comedy? Here's Daniel Sloss's book. That buy it for those reasons.
You're a hell of a salesman. I'll give you that.
And I'm so
I think it would be quite funny to buy someone their own book for Christmas. Like if someone was to buy you your book.
Oh, I'd just bring
I'd
up
be
the
there for
90
that.
copies I already have.
Signed by me and Adam. This is yours, this.
You know what? I think I would actually like that because the thought went into that. I'm like, this is
Signed by some old cunt in Kilmarnock. I'm still alive, you rude little boy.
I would treasure that. That's a funny book. Every time I opened it, I would laugh at it.
What's the book called?
It's called "Everyone You Hate Is Going to Die."
And they are.
And which I maintain is a positive message. Like if you ever get sad about anything in the world, even if somebody you love died, just think about someone you hate and know that they're going to die. And if you get to outlive them, what a fucking great day that is. There's at least 3 bottles of champagne, cava, in my house, which we've put like little bits
Champagne.
of... yeah, it's I don't know who I'm kidding. It is champagne.
Greenhouse. Treehouse. One of his houses.
We cool it in the lake.
Babylon Brook.
We've put a little white tape over it and just written the names of people we hate.
Tell us.
And you just leave that. I will absolutely tell you off air because one of them is involved in comedy.
God,
But there are, but we add them from time to time because sometimes if it's a birthday or if it's New Year, and people will give you a bottle of bubbly for whatever reason, and you just go, right, we'll save. I don't want to drink this soon, so what I'll do is I'll just save it for when Rees Mogg is dead, and then you put it in a cupboard, and I'm definitely going to outlive him unless things go wrong. And then at one point, and you don't celebrate publicly because whoever you fucking hate, look, they've got a family and those people are innocent, blah, 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 all that shit.
I don't know necessarily if that's true.
Rees Mogg, there'll be a parade in Liverpool.
They're
all Reds?
Yeah. Rees Mogg was a bad example. I need to think of people who, like, I'm happy they die, but, they're...
When Margaret Thatcher died, Liverpool was amazing.
I remember my house.
Are you talking about a Scotsman about how it was when Margaret Thatcher died?
So the night Margaret Thatcher died, my little brother, I think, was either 16 or 17. That was his first ever night in town because I rang him and was like, I'm taking you to
No,
town.
you came to my house and we drank loads of milk. And then we went to town.
We did actually. We had 4 pints of milk each before we went to town.
We drank loads of milk, then went to Potwell.
With booze in?
No.
No.
Oh, not
We had
White
4
Russians.
pints of milk each and then went to
Potwell.
town. Because it's what she wouldn't have wanted.
Well, I think what she
Showed her.
wouldn't have wanted was to be dead. I think she had already got.
They're all now lactose intolerant, but it was worth it.
My,
Showed the bitch.
my favourite Twitter account is called Margaret Thatcher Updates, and every single day at 9 a.m. it tweets, still dead.
Still dead. Okay.
She is dust.
But I love that. Some people, I mean, I agree with you. Some people have that really like look down their nose, be like, oh, it's real lowbrow and low classy to brag when someone's dead. You go, fuck off, cunts deserve to die.
Yeah.
Like, I get really sad when good people die, so I should get really fucking thrilled when people who objectively made the world a worse place, when they're dead, fucking superb. Get the fuck. When Steve Jobs died, I don't think I stopped laughing for a fucking week. Like, the stupid cunt was told by doctors straight to his face, so you've got cancer, if you do chemotherapy right now, this fucking second, you've got a 90% chance of survival. And he was like, have you heard of kale? What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do Reiki, and I'm going to shove some almond seams up my fucking hoop, and I'm going to show all you fucking doctors. And then 6 months later, he went back to the doctors, and they went, you have 20% chance of living now. And now he's dead. Good. A stupid. If you want to use alternative medicine, be prepared for the alternative result. Being a dead cunt. That's the alternative. Right? You stupid fucking morons.
He's nervous.
I'm not nervous. I love it. I love it.
I said from my life, go get
Sloss has
fucking
come
mad.
with the fire.
So, Daniel, what's the book about?
To be fair, I'm pretty sure I have that exact same rant in the fucking book, because it's a
I got too excited then and my head got hot and then it passed out. Coffee.
Aye, Steve.
Packed coffee.
Who would be on your bottle of who am I going to celebrate? There's the
You
fucking
can have
question.
one. Just have one each.
Just one. Doesn't have to be contentious. But
Oh.
it should be.
Who will I genuinely... at the minute, I'm going for... It's going to be more government just off the top of my head. It's Nadine Dorries, because she's quite clearly been sucking off and licking the gooch of Boris Johnson for many, many years. And she calls herself a Scouser because she's born in Liverpool, but that doesn't necessarily qualify you as a Scouser. You're from Liverpool. You are a stain on the city, and there will be an eruption when she's an awful
There will be an
person.
eruption.
There's a few comedians. There's a few comedians.
there's a couple.
Yeah, and they know who they are.
I've got a comic.
To be fair, some of mine don't. Russell Brand.
Wait. Captain, my captain. Fucking Sloss, you absolute legend.
Why don't you like Russell Brand?
Allegedly.
Oh, for the reasons I can say on air or the reasons I can't?
No, I'm nervous.
Can he do that? Allegedly.
Super injunction.
Allegedly.
Shut up.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
He allegedly.
No.
Shut the
Adam.
fuck up.
Adam,
He
because
allegedly robbed the Greggs with a sawn-off shotgun.
yeah.
I'm a legend that he did that.
Sawn
So it's
Yeah.
want you fucking pasties. Look at me here. Cunt.
Shut up. Dan?
So what's the book about?
You know, that was the out. Carl, Dan. Burn a bridge, Dan. Dan, burn a bridge.
Can you get the book on Amazon?
You can.
You can't.
You can. It's
you
available.
can't throw it at anyone with Amazon.
You can if you've got a Kindle and you're rich.
Right. That's true. Okay.
Yeah. You can download more books so it feels like it's heavy when it hits them as well.
Is that how downloading works?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it must be. Surely.
This SD card's nearly full. Feel the weight of it.
SD cards do get heavier when they've more full. Yes, they do. The heavier a memory thing is, the more full it is, the heavier it is. Okay. Cool.
It's probably negligible, but
No, it's not even negligible. You would notice the difference between a full hard drive and an empty one.
Oh yeah.
Absolute nonsense.
Oh no, it's not like Adam talk shit.
There's no.
Right. Oh, that
There's
that
not-
SD card in the camera's full. Oh, can't even get out the camera. Like dark matter.
we're Googling this.
Oh God.
Adam's face will change in 3, 2, 1. No.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, we've gone to Reddit for the answer.
Adam's looking for the one. Yes. Yeah, but is it negligible? There you go. Ridiculously small amount.
I win.
Doesn't know what negligent means.
You can't do a victory sip when it's not a victory sip. That's not allowed.
I won.
It's a lovely
Heavier.
cup, by the way.
What?
Lovely mug you've got there.
It is. They're available at haveawordpod.com.
Oh, interesting to know.
As is
You
this
can drink
jumper.
packed coffee in it, which I'm drinking right now. I finished it. That's how much I love packed coffee. Oh shit, Sneak.
I actually do love packed coffee. He just doesn't drink coffee, but he has to do an advert for it every week.
Well, I just finished it. I love packed coffee delivered to your door in flavors. Sneak Energy are finally on board as a proper sponsor. This chut, easy. This stuff is a game changer. Go to Sneak and try some of the flavors. My favorite is raspberry lemonade. If you like sweet stuff, this is going to be phenomenal for you. Instead of drinking Lucasade, which is, shut up, this is my advert, gacky as fuck and all bad for you, try Sneak. Zero calories and phenomenal. Since we've had it, I've been fully addicted. I've put my own order in. Word 10. Put it in the creators code and as a discount code. The first 50 people every month that use it as a discount code will get the 10% discount. But yeah, put word 10 in the creators
And
code.
we do
just
need
to
you
let
to
them
buy
know.
some Sneak because they're paying us 75 grand an episode.
Right. I just want free Sneak.
75 grand an episode.
Dan is actually
£75,000.
It's
medically
phenomenal
addicted.
stuff. Where are you on energy drinks? You're just a grown-up, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'll have coffee. I'll drink some, but I'm not. Like,
Oh, it's
You drink
just-
coffee?
yeah, but not in the way that like coffee drinkers do. I'll drink coffee to make myself feel more awake if I don't feel awake. I'm not one of these.
See, I
if
have
I
to
don't
do
have my
that.
morning coffee, I'm not myself. I'm a cunt either way.
I'm that person.
Aye.
But I'm not doing it performatively. I actually don't even say it out loud. It's just a fact. If I don't drink it, the day is less fun.
Aye.
Yeah, 100%. I can't stop. I have to have this straight away. And if I have 3, I poo in my pants. All right. So,
See, that's me with weed minus the poo in the pants. That's me.
right. You have to smoke a lot of weed to shit yourself, don't you?
Yeah. It's so much so you have to be so stoned that you just can't be bothered moving. Because it's not like you get so fucked that you forget. You're just like, someone will have to clean me. Like, she's not going to let me live like this. Well, that's
Where are you, darling? Follow the smell. Oh, the deers have shot again. No, they've not.
They've just become so used to my presence, they came into the room and they shat in my pants. I'm just, call me Snow White. Snow Shite, call me Snow White.
Got a question from Jason. He says, firstly, I've succumbed to the marketing ploy and bought a Manscaped set, shaved my nether region for the first time in about 3 years, and now I'm able to jump 5 feet in the air. Manscaped, we've really hoard ourselves just recently, haven't they? Sneak Energy and Manscaped, my favourite sponsors. And also Pack Coffee. Can't get enough. Shut up! Yeah, okay, well, I will do. Need some ideas for this one. My wife and I are going up the north of Scotland for a blackening. Google it for a laugh. They're going for a blackening. I had to Google it. Sloss, being the passionate, patriotic Scotsman that he is. But you're in Edinburgh, Scott, aren't you? Come on, you're a cultured city folk.
Oh.
What is it?
So the engaged couple are kidnapped by friends and family and gunked with anything from rotten eggs to fish guts to dog food and molasses.
Why?
Can't give the
Why?
name. It feels pagan, that, doesn't it? It feels old school.
It's to cleanse the bride and groom of any dirtiness.
Oh my God, by throwing fucking dirt on them.
Dog food.
Oh my God. You sounded so camp.
Well, because I'm getting married in Scotland next year.
Blackening,
No,
blackening,
I can't.
black up, black up. Sorry, it's different things.
And increase the black population of Scotland by 2.
Oh my God, an urban
See, the
wedding.
mathematician in me can't let this go. You do that in any country, you increase the black population by
Sorry,
2.
I should have gone for 1%, but then
Yeah, you should.
but the thing is, if I said 2% of Scotland, that would also be overrepresenting. Like, if you wanted to exaggerate, because I've got a joke in this year's show about the non-white population of Scotland is. Anyone guess how many non-whites in Scotland?
117.
0.4%.
4%, and of that 4%, 3/4 were born in England.
Wow.
We literally import our colour from the country we call racist. And that's
Right.
how it's fucking done.
4% of a different skin colour.
Yeah,
I
that's it.
wonder what's England?
Oh, it's
I guess
95%.
10? I bet it's not that high. Oh, here we go. England ethnic minorities percentage is
16%.
16%.
That's 16% not. That's still so fucking small.
Yeah, that is not
Pretty low. Anyway, they're going up for a blackening. Can't give the name of the couple or the date, as I'm sure the groom listens to the podcast. What do the lids suggest we take up to cover the couple in? So, Jason's asking for gunk suggestions. Usually stuff being prepared up there: cow dung, fish guts, rotten eggs, etc.
battery acid.
What can we bring that's going to cause a stir? I asked the best man if anything is off limits. The groom is deathly allergic to nuts, so nothing nutty.
Okay,
Anything else is fair game.
Horse
Cheers.
cum. Dead expensive horse cum.
Jason.
Can we just say that this is a stupid thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of the
yes,
more
it's
traditions.
daft, innit? But it's happening.
But
So
it's not fun even for the people. Even like if I got to throw cow shit at Carl, I'd still have to hold and smell cow shit. Even though he's covered in it, it's still not even a fun day for me.
would you
I just
not
don't get it.
Pay right? Okay, cool. So you don't have to do it. So just fun suggestions, Adam. This is fucking stupid. Next. Jesus Christ. Absolutely ridiculous. Get them, take them up to Scotland and get them 2 tickets to Villarreal, Liverpool. That's what I want to do. Cover them in screens to watch the Champions League. I think that's good. Anything else? Stupid.
You could, if you're covering them in shit and dung and things, at the end, throw glitter on them, and just to prove that you can't polish a turd.
Very nice.
And then both turds are being polished for the
Very
wedding. There you go, see?
Cheers, but someone else's. You know, you don't want to wank on a.
Yeah,
on a back to be
because
medical.
that's a crime. You can't wank directly onto someone if
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
consent, but you can definitely steal someone else's
just,
cum.
It's just dogged.
And
Is that not the same crime?
what?
Is wanking onto someone a different crime?
Then taking someone else's cum and throwing it on them?
Yeah.
100%. Because in that one, you've potentially sexually assaulted 2 people. Quick! I need your cum!
Oh, you took the cum against their will.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
hey, I couldn't get it. You know.
Didn't even agree to this, but now it's started.
Yeah, well, I can see that they do deserve it, so I guess I'll stand here and just be jerked off.
Just use the fucking.
Can we make an agreement between me and you? If we ever do the wedding thing and stag do's,
Yeah.
can we just make it
Sound,
fun? Oh,
sound.
you can make me look a bit of a dickhead, but can you just not throw poo and fish at me?
Deal. You bought yourself a deal.
Do
Mr.
I have to
Bastard.
be involved in that deal?
No blackening.
No black.
Have you done your stag yet?
No.
What are you going to do?
Uh,
Do you know?
yeah,
I assume
yeah.
it's Kai.
Yeah, Kai and my other.
It'd be a real shocker if it wasn't Kai.
I think if it
who's
wasn't
at
Kai-
every gig you ever do now.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't Kai, he would have done it anyway. We've got there's 2. There's a Scotland one, which is a combination of me and my other best friend who had his wedding in stag during lockdown. So we're having like a Scotland one where we combine ours.
What did he do?
What?
Had his wedding in lockdown proper
Yeah.
on Zoom.
No. It's like it opened up and then closed down. So it's like they managed to get like they were like,
30
you can have
people.
30, and then it was reduced to 15 on the day, and there was no stag.
Oh
Aye.
God,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
a
yeah.
tricky eeny meeny miny mo, isn't it?
Yeah. But
Everyone stick your foot in.
I put myself out. I was like, man, look, you're doing it already at the stage you want to do it. So we'll not come. We'll pretend it's not your wedding, and we'll just do a party in a couple of years, and that'll be your actual.
Nice.
Because the actual, I don't care about the actual
Thing.
Yeah, the thing. It's a celebration of the couple, and you can do that at any point. Whereas the other one was, I'm using all of my money from our Patreon to pay for everyone I want my stag do to get to Vegas, because I wanted my stag do in Vegas, but I don't want to outprice my friends. So so just
that's lovely.
fly all the cunts there, and this is desperately in the hope that by flying them to Vegas, they'll be nicer to me and not try and kill me.
I know a lot of your friends, and all you've done by paying for their flights is give them more money to hurt you with.
Yeah. But it was like, and I know Kai's joking about it, but by the sounds of things, I don't think they've booked me into business class either. I think, and which is, it's in my stipulations, but I don't think
You go on one of those suspiciously cheap flights. Only 5 connections, and you get there in 38 hours.
I get there and they've all done Vegas, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
boy,
yeah.
am I exhausted. You're exhausted. We've had 3 days here.
You've been through Amsterdam Schiphol 3 times on your way. Shall we do some have a words? Because that's the name of the podcast, isn't it?
It is actually.
I think
call it that for a reason.
We didn't do any have a words last week, did we?
Because we do whatever we fucking want, Dan.
We're not tied to any boundaries. We are boundless men. With many
But having a
aspirations.
word was merely the seed which grew.
Exactly.
this lovely tree.
All right, thanks, guys. Couplets, have a word with my missus, please. She keeps putting the ketchup and hot sauce in the fridge. What's wrong with the cupboard? For fuck's sake, who wants cold sauce? Absolute mentalist. Tar Muchley, Duncan from Scunthorpe.
It depends on the sauce.
Ketchup does go in the fridge. Hot sauce doesn't go in the fridge. Mayo does go in the fridge.
Mayo
Brown
goes in the
sauce
fridge, it's eggs.
doesn't go in the fridge. The only two that go in the fridge are tomato sauce and mayo. Hot sauce goes in the cupboard, as does brown sauce.
And it's cold, isn't it?
I actually think ketchup can go without.
None of you are on his level, but I'm fucking. He's man in my right ear. He's killing it.
Finally!
Killing it. I'm loving it.
I think ketchup doesn't have to be in the fridge.
I don't put it in the fridge.
I don't think ketchup. I know what you mean.
Do you know what?
Ketchup,
If I
I'm
came
not-
round to yours and I was like, can I have the ketchup and you got out the cupboard, I'd be fine. If you got me mayo out the cupboard and it was open,
Ringing the
I'd
police.
spit at your children.
Ringing the police.
Cool. I'll remember that. For
Go
the,
and get your kids.
remember that for the barbecue. With my daughter's like setting up. Is Uncle Adam coming? He is. You want to get that mayo back in the fridge, love? All right.
Yeah.
Or wear goggles.
Yeah, yeah. One of those full see-through visors they had at the start of the pandemic. One of those.
She loves Adam.
Yeah.
She calls him Adam Rolad.
Is Adam Rolak coming?
And annoyingly, whenever she sees this logo, she goes, "Oh, it's Adam's podcast."
What a woman.
Yeah. That's how you get up for adoption.
What about chocolate in the fridge?
That is a purely personal choice thing that I'll allow.
Chocolate can go in the fridge as long as it's not open.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
once
'cause
it's
then it tastes
open,
like fridge.
it tastes like fridge.
Yeah.
It goes white.
Hold on.
It goes
Fucking
white.
right. It goes white on the edges and tastes
It
like
goes
meat.
white on the edges.
Tastes like meat.
It does. It tastes like raw mince.
Yeah.
Oh well, and we'll.
Chocolate that has been opened and put in the fridge tastes like mince before you cook it in the bolognese. When you get your mince
Why
out the
you
fridge,
put it in the fucking meat drawer? Like, why would you not put it on? The...
no, you could put it in an empty fridge. There's no, it's not contamination. Chocolate just smells like mince when it's been exposed
put
to
it in a
extremely
tub.
cold temperatures.
Laura makes beans, and then always he's like, "Oh, I haven't used all the beans.
No.
I'll pop them back in the fridge."
No, you put them all on the plate and then
Oh.
scrape them in the bin.
Beans are 35 pence a tin. Don't be saving tins of beans in any capacity. Just eat whatever you want and then throw the rest away.
Exactly.
I'm wrong, but I'm with Laura. Like, I will go. I only want half a tin of beans for this, or it's from my fiance. I only want half a tin of beans, and what I'll do is I'll with cling finger over the top, as if I don't know myself, as if I'm the type of person that's ever gone, oh, half a tin of beans. I'll have that for a snack during my fucking day. Cold and opened and shite.
They've never been
It's
used
never
again.
happened.
It's
Never
just
happened
there as a
again.
little. Ugh.
Cook them all. Bin the ones you don't eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beans on toast, even if you're having just you, it's a full tin of beans in the pan. Coat your toast in all of it, and then you just leave whatever
How
you
much
want.
toast?
3 slices.
Over 3, yeah.
And
Beans on toast,
and
3
beans-
slices
and
of bread.
beans on top.
Yeah.
On top. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
soaked.
Yeah. Well, and also, I don't know
with
how
an
this-
egg.
He's never eaten
Dan
an
has
egg.
never eaten an egg once in his
I
life.
fucking despise eggs. I think they're chicken periods. They're disgusting. There's no need to eat them. They're a fucking disgrace.
Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah, they're the worst.
Thank you.
Have you ever eaten one though?
He's a good man.
Not like in cake.
Yes.
Watch
good
tomorrow's
egg.
clip. You'll like it.
I'm sure he will.
Do you agree with the I think it should be illegal for any company in the world other than Heinz to make beans.
Yeah.
Like they've just done it. They've nailed it. It's over.
No.
Asda's beans are good.
Branston's beans.
tastes like shite.
No. They're the best ones by a mile.
That's a non. I've not even tried them, and I know you're wrong.
No.
They're better than Heinz beans.
They're best than Heinz
Heinz
beans.
are the goat.
Absolutely
Heinz are
not
the
true.
goat.
Lad, I swear to God.
You're on an island here.
You are.
I want you to send me your address. I'm going to send you the 4-pack of Branston beans on me.
God, this podcast is doing well.
Check the company account.
Asda beans are like,
What?
Asda's beans are sound. Branston I'm not into.
Telling you they're the best ones.
I would love it if this was the thing that caused a massive rift in their friendship. Fucking Branston beans, you pedo.
What about my tomato sauce? Your Heinz tomato sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heinz tomato sauce and HP brown sauce.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Daddy's if they haven't got HP left.
I've got
Definitely
daddy
not the
so.
stuff that they've got in the cafe. Because that is some rank tomato ketchup that they've got here.
Yeah, like piss.
It's like the cheap stuff. It's like truck stop sachets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on this? Here's a question for you, right? Because we live in a capitalist society and everything is for sale.
Ooh.
But when a place charges you for sauce, you know, like in Burger King, if you want a ketchup, it's 20p.
That's
In McDonald's, it's free. Where do you stand?
It's not just free. They actively give you too much of everything. Have you asked for a salt? Like when you go to McDonald's, you're like, can I have a salt? They're like, oh, you must have meant 17 salts. There you go.
But he uses them all.
All right, cheers.
Because I go, oh, this must be how much salt you should use.
Have you had fries? Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
No, that's bad.
But
Unless it's a big sort of tub. Like at KFC, I love that. What's that supercharger?
Supercharger.
The supercharger is like the spicy mayo. You have to pay like 50p for that, but it's kind of a bigger tub, and I get it. But if you're just asking for a bit of mayo or ketchup, they're almost like human right condiments.
100%.
You need-
I don't enjoy the flavour of what you've given me 100%. So I'm allowed to, from this pre-decided set of ingredients, to make it my own. You don't get to like this. If I were to take this out of the restaurant, you'd be fucking raging. So it is yours, so you have to give it to me for free. It's not to be sold.
Right. Hot sauce, supercharger.
Any of the
not-
funky ones, then they're not the regular.
Yeah, if you want white
Peronaise.
pepper, yeah.
You're not the regular.
Yeah.
if you could only have one sauce for the rest of your life, so here's your options, right? Yes. And I want you in on this as well. So you've got hot sauce, tomato sauce, brown sauce, mayo.
I'm hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce
Yeah,
because
I'm
I can have a bacon sandwich, although I prefer it with tomato ketchup. I can have it with hot sauce. I love hot sauce on meat. So what am I doing with that? Like,
Also, hot sauce on eggs. Your favourite?
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Hot sauce on a fucking scrambled eggs.
I've tried. I'd like to eat. I'd love to like eggs. I think eggs are like this. They're genuinely like a power food, and if to eat them, you just be naturally healthy. I just can't. There's no way you can cook them where it just doesn't feel like I'm rimming a chicken. And if
How do you like your eggs?
Yeah, and if you rim a chicken, they've got one of those what the colics. They've only got one pussy butthole in it. It's the same hole.
It's a uni hole.
It's true. Yeah, birds only have a butthole and a pussy. It's called a qual. Oh fuck!
A bum pussy.
A bum
It's called a
pussy.
bum pussy.
Something.
Vagina.
What's the word?
Cloaca.
Cloaca. That's it. So yeah, eating eggs is just like licking cloaca for me. Just
So you're telling me that a chicken can finish getting fucked and then it'll shit out the same hole?
yeah.
At the same time?
Yeah. Anal and vaginal at the same time. You DP a chicken with one dick.
She's quite the lady, though, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucking great. There you go.
Scottish chicken.
Get that on your blackening. Another one? Wow, that is good, wasn't it? Really sparked a debate, that.
Food always. Everyone's got
Pat myself on the back for that one.
Well, in fact, I mean, this question might have been done on this podcast before, but I think it's the one that causes the most fucking controversy in the world.
It's a bomb. It's a bomb.
No, don't do that. Sauce, don't be doing that.
dressing gown.
You're on death row, but you don't get your final meal. Your final meal is a tuck shop. You get one packet of crisps, one chocolate, and one drink. Now, to give you the worst answer straight up, which a friend of mine who will remain nameless, but she fucking knows who she is, this was her answer with 100% sincerity. A bounty straight away.
I know I like them, but I wouldn't pick them.
It's not your
Wouldn't in me top
Aye.
10.
Oh, you don't want to die with coconut
Sparkling
in your mouth.
water.
Oh, paedophile.
Who is this?
Paedophile.
Yeah.
That's why they're on
And-
death row.
Is she fit?
Oh,
She has to
is,
be, yeah.
is,
Of course she has,
she's
because
amazing.
no one
I'm
wants to
telling you,
listen to
her hard drive is heavy and it's full of indecent pictures of children.
Yeah,
She's a
it's-
paedophile.
Thanks. That's what you
Yeah.
Oh, kiddo.
and like sea salt and balsamic, just like posh ready salted crisps.
You have taste buds.
Right, I've got mine.
Go on.
I know it.
Man's
Go on,
locked in as
straight
well.
up.
So, I'm assuming because you didn't extend the parameters to the size of the packet of crisps that I can have a big share bag and you can't change it now.
You're
So-
on death row.
Right.
I'm not going to take it away from you.
So I would go the Walker's Sensations, the balsamic vinegar and onion one. They're fucking insane. They're the best crisps on the planet and I'll fight anyone. Right? A big bar of the dairy milk.
You're really like
Fat cunt options. Either you can't kill me till I've finished it. Just nibbling like a novelty Toblerone. Like he's been on that for 7 years on death row.
Do you know the Marvelous Creations dairy milks with the pop and candy?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That. And me drink is a can of cherry Coke.
Okay.
Nice.
all right.
Solid. Dan?
Yeah.
Squares. Ready salted squares.
Very salted. See, you got me on squares, but not
Salted
salted.
vinegar squares.
I
and
love
on
it.
your meat- on
And
your
you're
meat.
talking to a man who's never eaten an egg. I'm not adventurous.
Okay, right.
All right. If I can't snort it, I don't trust it. I go ready salted squares, which I really love. And drink, I would go Sneak, raspberry and lemonade. Code word 10 in the creators code and discount. And I am not even joking. I might go raspberry lemonade Sneak. I've been drinking it all week. This isn't raspberry. So I want to be high energy for my own death.
Yeah.
Are you eating a Manscaped lawnmower for your fucking body as well?
I'm eating my own pubes that I've just shaved off. All chocolate bar. It's such a fucking contentious one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it's about what mood I'm in. I
You're
might.
dead sad because you're on death row.
That's your mood.
I go double.
Existential dread.
I'm going to go double decker.
You're a fucking man of respect. That's a good, solid choice.
You took the piss out of me years ago. We finished a game of
Oh, you
5-a-side
fucking
footy.
bought
Stop! He bought a carrot juice and a pack of Worcester sauce crisp. Don't even start.
I love Worcester sauce. So this
Worcester
is
sauce crisp, a double decker, and I got a
You got a
orange
fucking
and
carrot juice.
is that true?
It
Yes.
is, yeah.
Right. Well,
But that was the thing you had the least problem with.
Double decker Worcester sauce carrot juice. You fucking child shagging cunt. Mine is Kinder Bueno, pack of Watsits, and a can of Dr Pepper.
okay. Yeah.
What's yours?
Double decker, salt and vinegar discos.
Oh, discos are nice.
Can
They're
I
light.
bring-
They're light.
Can I bring a crisp back from the dead? Because then in that case, I might go pickled onion discos.
Oh, there you go.
They got
yeah,
discontinued. They were a fucking flavour sensation. And you got a little, all the dust in the bottom at the end that you
Yeah.
drink.
Oh, yeah,
All
yeah,
for
yeah.
10 pence.
Then the Scotsman in me wants to say Iron Brew, but it would be Lilt. Absolutely.
Lilt.
Yeah.
You have to go to the chip shop to
Power.
get it.
Did
be
you
a
just
can.
say? Did you just say absolutely? Absolutely.
Absolutely. I didn't mean to, but did I?
Absolutely.
They should be my sponsor. I've got the slogan cans.
Cans of drinks are better, aren't they, always?
Yeah,
We're all on
yeah.
agreement
And
with that.
a measurement of Iron Brew from a bottle.
Got a can there if you want one.
Do you?
Can of Iron Brew.
I'll absolutely fucking have it. It'll never taste as good out of a.
Oh, you're
can.
gonna
you know
really,
if you
you're
can-
gonna really piss Sloss off here now.
Oh, so it's
the
not. It's not. You know,
It's good though. It's good.
it's good.
It's better than
Old
the diet
Tizer.
one.
If you can bring drinks
better
back
than
from
the
the
diet
past, Old Tizer might come back.
It's not. I mean, I sound like every Scottish person. It's not as good as the old recipe. And we will.
The
not
one where you
rest.
instantly got diabetes on the first sip.
Which was our thing.
Which was
You're
our-
taking away our national identity to die before we're
I used
60.
to love Iron Brew. Just have always done good adverts, haven't they?
Yeah.
What's it taste like?
The funniest fuck. Yeah.
No, what's the flavour? Is it metal?
Yeah.
It's metal, isn't it?
It's.
I always thought bubblegum, but apparently it's just not.
I like when the original recipe, there was an ingredient in it which only like the guy that owned it and his wife knew. And on all the adverts, they were like, the secret ingredient is girders. And that was the adverts, and everyone laughed. And
Yeah.
that's what it was meant to be. And then they tried to start selling it in America. And America was like, so what's the secret ingredient? And they were like, it's girders. And they're like, it's not girders. What is the secret ingredient? They're like, it's girders. Like, we're not selling any of your fucking shit. And this, they didn't back down. So there's no Iron Brew that you can buy in America that tastes nothing like it. And none of us know what's missing.
Right.
I knew it was metal.
It's got to be.
No, but
It's got to be.
But that's a confabulated memory, isn't it?
Maybe it is.
Scotland
Yeah.
is the only country on the planet where the most popular carbonated drink is not Coca-Cola.
And that's also an urban myth and not true at all.
Yes, Adam was wrong.
Negligible.
And I only say that
Negligible.
because I too have been you in that moment where I confidently put that forward, and then Mark Nelson went wrong. And then,
Isn't that cherry drink in South America? There's a cherry drink in South America that's massive.
Cherry Aid.
He's nailed it.
It is lovely cherry aid. The bar one.
Oh, 7-Up cherry. All right, this is making me thirsty and hungry. Right, another one. This is from someone anonymous. Oh, hi Lids. We went to visit my family, and my girlfriend saw my parents' brother feeding the dog by holding food between their lips and letting the dog take it. She also made comment on them letting the dog kiss them on the lips. I can acknowledge it's weird, and I don't do it myself, but I think lots of people do, so feel quite on the fence about it. Have a word, girlfriend or my family. Nice one, Anon.
Right. Here's my stance on this, and I've believed this for a long time. Okay? You treat your dog like you treat your kids. Right? Listen to me. If you've got a child and they want to give their mum or their dad a kiss on the face, right? That's fine. But you wouldn't put fucking whipped cream on your face and be like, come here, kid, and lick this off, right?
No,
the dog can give you a kiss on the face and you like can lick you and you just sort of resist it and whatever. But this is sexual. Food makes it sex.
Yeah.
He's basically shagging a dog here.
Between his lips.
Don't do anything with your dog that you wouldn't do with your daughter.
Wait, that
Put
cannot
them on
be
a
your
lead.
parenting advice.
Put them on a lead.
I was so confident I knew where Adam was going. Like, listen, if you're willing to fuck your daughter, then go on, fuck your dog. But I just think if, it's the same thing.
Well, hang on. If you're willing to fuck your daughter, the least of anyone's worries is that you're also fucking your dog.
I just think dogs lick bumholes.
So do we.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You do.
I do.
Right.
There you go. Sloss does as well.
Right.
I pussy from the back and ass from the front.
Junior Simpson set coming out. I just think dogs do a lot of that.
Dogs' tongues are self-cleaning now, aren't they?
Isn't it cleaner than a toilet seat?
Apparently.
Is it?
I've
Apparently
heard.
so.
It doesn't. I don't know. I'm not willing to be as.
Although the
convinced
same
about
guy who
that.
told me that also told me the Iron Brew fact.
Not reliable.
No, I just think people who kiss their dogs on the lips, it's just way too much.
Yeah.
No, Adam's right. You don't actively do it, but if your dog's like licking you, like, oh, fun. But don't go and kiss your dog.
Yeah.
You don't pick your dog up and be like, come here, you fit bitch. You can't do that.
I think is it implied here that they're like French kissing the dog back? Because in my head, in my head, this is how you see. I saw this email. It's like the dog's like, "Hey, come on," but you're like, "I fucking love."
In my head,
I
he's
love
got.
fucking dogs.
In my head, he's got.
I do this with my daughter, so it's not weird. Former Q family, Merry Christmas. Oh, yeah.
In my head, he's got like a fucking bit of bacon in his mouth, and like the Lady and the Tramp and bacon. Or make it spaghetti if you want, so it's proper Lady and the Tramp.
Maybe you want. Yeah, don't be put. Is it dog
weird.
food as well?
Yeah. Food is for feeding and for sex. That's the only two things food is for.
But you say that like it's a 50-50, whereas I feel like food is 99% for eating and 1%.
Yeah, it absolutely
Yeah, but you
is.
only ever eat it at the same time as someone else, the exact same thing in a sex way. You've never shared a baguette with Kai and fucking ate it across the table, even at the doomed fucking early tour days of Paris. Bollocks.
Food is for eating and lovemaking, and you've got to, define those because otherwise you get thrown out of the Toby Carvery. But it's very clearly for two
If
things.
me and you shared a Yorkshire pudding at the Toby Carvery, we would be asked to leave.
Right? How do you mean share? What? Eat it at the same time? Right.
If I've got a fucking,
You're gonna have to plate that up, love.
if I've got a Toby Carvery's Yorkshire pudding in my mouth, and I was like, "Come here, Dan,"
Right.
and we shared it, do you not think they'd come over and be like, "Look,
Get out.
do you know what? Not to sound like the Kremlin,
Not of a
but-
Toby Carvery, no, I don't. They're probably fucking thrilled you're not using the Yorkshire pudding as an ashtray.
I'm right about this. Sorry.
Stop shagging your
I
dog.
nailed it early on. I'm sorry to
Yeah,
have ruined the question
you
straight
dog
away.
people, though, aren't you?
Don't do anything to your dog you wouldn't do to your daughter. Get it on a t-shirt.
There's definitely something.
Name something. Go
The
on.
lead.
What?
Put them on a
Get them
lead.
No, I didn't say you have to do everything to your dog that you do to your daughter. And also, people do have the kids on leads now.
If you're not willing
call them
to
leads.
put your dog in a Church of England primary school, then don't do it to your daughter.
No, you're getting it the wrong way round.
I know I was doing it just for comedy.
Okay, cool. I'm a stickler for the detail.
No, Dan, that's plainly ridiculous.
Look, Dan, right.
Yeah,
Occasionally
fine.
on this podcast, I talk some shit and I have to sit here while you pick it apart.
Yeah.
When I come up with something brilliant like this,
Yeah.
I'm going to defend it resolutely.
Right.
Okay?
Brilliant.
Are you a dog person? You got dogs?
Yeah, I love dogs. Always had dogs, but we've got a cat at the moment. But she's a Maine Coon, which are like the big fucking
Yeah, the
huge.
boss. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll show you. My cat is
It's the name of a cat.
Maine Coon, not my side one, my main one. They're big.
So Steve Jobs.
The dead kid on the beach. Let's go back to the. She's about this big. She's bigger than most dogs, and
They're beautiful.
they're the best cats in the world. And also, she was a breeding cat for years and years and years. So when my parents rescued her, she'd only ever like lived in one room in a house, and like other cats would come around and shag her. She'd give birth and they'd take those away, and like she had no fur on the front of her belly because she was just so fat it would drag along the floor.
What, you rescued a sex trafficked cat?
Yeah, we did, I.
She's just kept in some flat.
Yeah. Well, no.
And cats came round to fuck her.
Bang. Yeah, because she was a pedigree and she was used for
Worth a lot of money.
heaps. Yeah.
Maine
yeah.
Coons
Whoa,
are
whoa,
expensive.
whoa, 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 whoa. Can we just reverse the truck a second? So this cat,
Yeah.
Did it have an owner / abuser that was getting other cats to come and fuck it?
No. I don't think that what they would have classed it as like abuse. Like if you love animals, you're like it's abuse. But there were breeders. They were like, no, should we feed her? She only eats biscuits.
Right,
like,
okay, right.
And it's like
I just got to clarify why I was confused for a second. Because in my head, this was a cat so fat, it was in an abandoned house, and I don't know where I got that from, that it couldn't jump out the window and leave. And then other cats would come around and fuck it because it's a pedigree. So I was like, are all the cats talking to each other? Like, there's a fucking Maine Coon over there, by the way. Go and get yourself some Maine Coon pussy.
She's too fat to move away. Might as well get her while you can.
That's what I thought was going on.
No.
I now understand that it was a breeding thing and there was some very bad people involved.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Just needed,
That's why you don't use breeders, because they keep them in shitty ones.
Scottish Folds are my favourite cats.
Which ones are those?
The ones with the little legs and little ears.
Oh yeah.
Like munchkins.
Yeah, but would you kiss one?
Yeah, I'd fucking neck the head off it. I'd feed a cat food at my arse cheeks then. Wouldn't do that with my daughter though.
With those.
What about your son?
No.
You'd let her eat cat food out your butt, even with that tongue.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tickler.
Oh, yeah. Carl's dirty, though.
The full valet.
Like sandpaper.
service.
Oh, reminds me of the Maldives. Right.
One more?
Right, one more. Should we do it with the music?
I wish more gays wrote in,
Adam. Honestly.
Like,
Hey, paint me orange and tickle me pink. You'll love this one. This is from a homosexual listener. He says, anonymous,
name?
please. He says,
Oh,
anonymous.
oh, right, okay.
Says, anonymous, please, to save my bacon. Do you know if you're still have to have a words, but we all, till the end of time, haveawordpod@gmail.com. I've been seeing a guy for about 6 months. Everything's been going well until recently. He walked in on me watching some porn recently, which normally wouldn't be anything major. However, the porn I was watching happened to be straight porn, and his reaction was very unexpected. He went fucking berserk and accused me of lying about my sexuality and that I'd been disingenuous in our relationship for not telling him I enjoyed watching videos of the female equation as well. Okay, have I done something disrespectful, or is he being way too over the top? Love the pod. So that's from an
Yeah,
anonymous.
fuck it, that's 6 straight white men.
well, I don't think he's done anything wrong. I watch gay porn all the time.
He does.
And that doesn't make me gay. You know?
It's the men who are gay, not him.
Yeah, it's the men in the
Mama like
videos.
that.
It's the ones
They're the
filming
gay
it that are
ones.
gay.
Like,
They're
it's
gay
not,
for
it's not
pay.
me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't be gay. I love pussy. Like, can't get enough of it. Just because I'm watching men fuck each other every day.
No, because you respect men.
It's, do you know what it is? I respect masculinity. So when I'm watching it, I'm not like, oh, in my head, I'm always the one doing the fucking. It's never in my ass.
Which is less gay.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So what's the
I tell you what, I can't watch porn without a big old dick. It's just a fact.
You're not into lesbian?
I'm like, yeah. When do we get to the business end of stuff?
Do you not watch lesbian porn?
A bit occasionally. It's
I know
like
what you
it's like
mean,
a
though.
side. It's definitely a side piece.
You have to
not
put
a
yourself
go-to.
in it, don't you? And if there's no men, then
Oh yeah, and I need a big penis as well.
No, but
I'm
like-
living the dream. I don't want to see some small knobhead like me struggle through the scene.
I can watch lesbian porn and put myself in it.
Yeah.
Are you the cameraman?
No,
No.
it's just a really ugly lesbian. Fucking lad. Can you masturbate at the moment without thinking about the quadruple in Liverpool? Fucking I'm a lesbian going, oh, Jurgen said to me, you know, he'd scissor me fucking to him. Yes.
I just watch it and be like when there's two lesbians going on, I'm like, I got just go off in a little fantasy. I just watch the start of it, and then that starts the film going in my head,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, oh, do you know what did improve this? Me. And I turn up.
Lesbian
I
Adam.
bet they also think that. I bet those two lesbians and they'll be like, fuck, I wish.
But in my head,
Of
they
course
do.
they are. They're
Anything's
thrilled.
possible up here.
Yes, Adam's here.
Is that have a words Adam Rowe?
Naked from the waist down, wearing a Liverpool top with his big vagina. Adam, the lesbian's here. Girls, you're shit at being a lesbian. I'm the best. I've been practicing for 6 weeks. Get on me. Oh, literally do. Get on me.
This feels like this gay guy who's mad at this gay guy because he's like, essentially, you watched straight porn as a gay person. It's like, well, that feels a bit, I guess, like if you were in a straight relationship and you walked in and your partner watching gay porn.
I think Laura would be fully freaked out if she if she heard the slap of thigh and arse and was like,
Aye.
what are you watching? Because she
Yeah,
knows
but
how much
you're
porn.
watching
If it was
something-
gay porn, I honestly think it would make her go, what is going on?
Yeah, but in the straight porn, there's still a man's willy.
No. Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's still an attractive.
Maybe he's
part.
imagining being the girl.
But in
maybe
gay,
he's
if
like-
you watch gay porn, there's nothing that you're attracted to in that video.
Right. But can you see it from the argument of your partner walks in and goes,
absolutely, yeah.
that is a different sexuality to the one that you're meant to be part of?
Yes.
Right. I think that is sort of makes it a valid thing, doesn't it?
It does in this, but it's also it's what you find. It's what the sexual side of it is. Like it's. I mean, I agree with you. Maybe it's just jerking off to the the guy being like, it's nice to watch a guy fuck, and look, I'd like to watch him fuck a woman, but that guy doesn't like fucking women, so I'll just watch him.
Yeah, he's an attractive guy.
That guy doesn't want to fuck men, sorry, I'll just watch him fuck women. And also, it happens all the time, I've heard in the LGBT community. Boys existing in the middle, and they're allowed to, you're allowed to just fancy it all. It sounds like that homosexual, is a fucking bigot, mate.
He's a bit hardline. He's a hardline gay.
You found a homophobic poof. That's what's happened. and I think that's I don't think you should tolerate them. I personally think you should bash them. That's what.
Oh, wow. That's what he
Can't believe you got to do your pro-gay bit that Russia didn't allow.
I'm so glad I got to do
Crowbarred it in there at the end.
What the translator would have done with that bit. I don't know what was just said.
But I know it was wrong.
But why am I hard?
I think you've got to... we don't really know why you're watching it. We're sort of speculating here. So I think you've got to be honest with yourself. If you're into the straight, so you've got to go back to him and be like, look, lad, I am mainly gay, but occasionally I like the sight of a pussy getting pounded, and that's okay.
Yeah. And if he's so fucking homophobic, that horrible homophobic booth, if he's so that he can't put up with that, then get out of that bigot relationship because it's 2022.
It is, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's good
He's not very
advice.
open-minded, this fella you've seen.
No,
This gay
he's
guy.
open something, but he's not open-minded.
Asshole.
That's bad.
Some people don't get all the jokes.
And you're here to
But then
produce.
don't let them get it. It's not for them. Because now we've included a bunch of fucking morons who are like,
Oh, I get it.
the joke wasn't for those.
And I'll see all of them in Blackpool tonight. Oh, what a
Where can
day.
we find you, Dan?
I'm on social media, but I don't do any of it myself apart from Instagram. Me and Kai have a podcast called Sloss and Humphreys on the Road, which is about whenever we're touring and on the road. And my book, Everyone You Hate Is Going to Die, is available wherever you buy fucking books.
Wonderful.
Nice.
I've added the last of my tour dates. I'm not adding any more. This is it. Whatever's on my website right now is the end of it. I'm doing no more. There's Manchester's got a handful left for the 6th and final date. Birmingham's got about 50 left, I think, for the 5th and final date. Chester's, I think, might be sold out by now for the 6th one there. Leeds has got a few left. Sheffield has got a chunk left. Nottingham's got some left. Edinburgh and Glasgow have got a little tiny bit left for both of those.
Sounds like somebody doesn't know what venue size they belong in.
I
That's
know,
exactly
we had
where
this
we were.
conversation with
That is exactly what happened. I went, "Do you know what? We don't really know what impact this has had, so I'll just do the venues I did on the last tour."
Yeah.
Mistake.
That's what caused me to have a mental breakdown on my last tour. So be careful, and may I recommend therapy?
Where'd you get those tickets, Adam?
AdamRowe.co.uk/shows.
I've got previews starting this summer. I will be at the King's Arms in Salford. I'm also doing Ormskirk, Darlington, Hull, Preston, Ambleside. There's a gig in Birkenhead. danspreviews.com to find all the previews there. That's not even the tour if you want to buy tickets for it when it's all polished.
Hang on a minute, Daniel. I just remembered something else. On Friday the 9th of December, I'm sure we're up to something.
Oh, no, I'm not asked. Oh, yeah, we're doing an arena.
How doing an arena? That'll be fun, won't it?
Yes.
It's going to be more of a party than a show. Gigsandtours.com for that.
And what are we plugging, Finn?
We have got the music for the end of the.
So if you're a
the
video
audio.
subscriber, watcher, viewer, listener, whatever, you don't get the music because YouTube will take all of our money away if we give you it.
they will.
The
But
audio people,
Go
they
over
get
to
it.
Spotify now and just listen to the song anyway.
Yeah.
That's the end. Who have we got, Finn?
We have got a listener called Lawrence who's part of a band called The Beautiful Game. This is their song In Clifton Alone. If you want your music considered, Finley at haveawordnetwork.com.
There you go. Finn picks all of that because he's a musician and we don't really give a fuck.
Word 10.
Ta-da, guys.